Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
biggest conversation.
The Citi Breakfast Show.
Rise above the noise.
Citi 97.3. More variety.
Napo, Napo, yes, Napo, Napo, Udinda. Napo, Napo, yes,
6:29
Napo, Udinda.
on a wet Wednesday morning in Accra, 10th of July 2024. Good morning to you and welcome to your most preferred, most effective breakfast show in the country. On 97.3 Citi FM, we call it Citi Breakfast Show. My name is Caleb Kuda, Daughters of Glorious Jesus. Starting our morning with a wonderful song, Mebo Udinda. It's easy to mention the name when you're winning. Oh, you're my savior, you're my healer, you're coming through for me. It's easy to celebrate when you're doing well. But through the dark times as well, remember that He is still your Lord. He's still your provider. He's still your King. He's still your God. So mention the name regardless, because all authority and on earth and in the heavens have been given to Him. Yeah, it says that at the mention of the name, every knee bows and every tongue confesses. So regardless the situation you are in, mention the name. He always comes through, trust me. Now for business sense this morning, it's going out to all leaders and all those who aspire to be leaders. Very important when I do this very quickly. It says, this is Ezekiel 34 verse 2, right? It says, Son of man, prophesy against the shepherds of Israel. Prophesy and say to those shepherds, that says the Lord God, woe to shepherds of Israel who have been feeding themselves. Should not the shepherds feed the flock? You eat the fat and clothe yourselves with the wool. You slaughter the fat sheep without feeding the flock. Those who are sickly, you have not strengthened. The diseased, you have not healed. The broken, you have not bound up. The scattered, you have not brought back. Nor have you sought for the lost, but with force and with severity you have dominated them. They were scattered for lack of a shepherd, and they become food for every beast of the field and were scattered. My flock wandered through all the mountains, and on every high hill my flock was scattered over all the surface of the earth, and there was no one to search or seek for them. As a leader, your job is to feed the flock, to clothe the sick, to heal them, not to feed on the flock. Enough said for the morning. This is self-explanatory. If you're seeking to be a leader, you know what to do. Not to fleece the flock, not to enjoy at the expense of the flock. This is the word of the Lord, and it does well for businesses as well. Look out for the interest of your workers. Look out for the interest of your staff. Look out for the interest of your customers. That's how you win. That's how you lead. Business Sense is brought to you by ADB. ADB says if you're a paid employee or salaried worker, you need a personal loan to resolve your financial issues. ADB is offering you a variety of personal loans, including top-up loans at significantly reduced interest rates. You will also enjoy a longer tenure of up to 6 years. This offer is open to non-customers as well. Kindly visit the nearest branch or call us on 0302-210-210 or 0302-224-043. For further inquiries, ADB is the People's Bank. ADB is truly a Greek and more. So much to do on the show today. Newspaper review coming up shortly. Join us. Let's do this together.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
We understand the excitement and preparations that comes when your child gains admission into senior high school. But we at the Agricultural Development Bank, ADB PLC, also understand the financial burden this comes with. For chopbox, trunk, school mattress, you name it. That's why we have partnered with Prospectus Ghana Limited to offer financial support for parents by introducing the ADB Quick Purchase. With a smart loan of up to 20,000 Ghana cedis, you can pick up all the items on your child's prospectus for school. ADB PLC offers you a repayment plan of 12 months to relieve you of all that heavy financial burden. Every ADB customer who receives their salaries through the bank, military and police personnel, and all other workers on the Controller and Accountant General's payroll qualify for this facility. Walk into any ADB branch nationwide or any Prospectus Ghana Limited office near you to apply for the ADB Quick Purchase. Terms and conditions apply. ADB, the People's Bank. ADB, truly a Greek and more.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
News review shortly. Richard Alaska is here together with Nathan Kwao. It's a rainy morning, isn't it? Good morning, gentlemen.
Hello. Good morning, my brother. How's it going?
Oh, I'm well. Now, the newspaper review is brought to you by Total, Excellium, and Fidelity Bank. Now, if you've heard about the incredible benefits of Excellium from Total Energies, let me tell you more about this premium fuel with its amazing 3-in-1 power. Total Energies introduces Excellium new formula, the additive and rich fuel with its powerful 3-in-1 action that cleans your engine, extends its life, and lowers your fuel consumption. Thanks to the cumulative effect of its anti-corrosive, anti-wear, and detergent additives, Excellium new formula also lowers your vehicle's fuel consumption while reducing CO2 emissions. You will drive so experience the difference with Total Energies. Excellium with formula. Choose Excellium, choose quality. And with Fidelity Bank's Pan-African Payment and Settlement System, PABS, you can send money across Africa hassle-free. No more expensive fees, just fast, secure, and affordable payments. PABS is here, and Fidelity Bank makes sending money through PABS easy. Visit any of our branches and start sending money across Africa instantly, securely, and affordably. Send money to Nigeria, Gambia, Liberia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone. Fidelity Bank, believe with us. In a hurry to welcome the gentleman into the studio. It's raining this morning, and parts of Accra is wet. I like the feeling, but the atmosphere, you know, when you roll down your window, the fumes from the cars, I don't know, it's been overwhelming.
It's all a question of the quality of
Sometimes
the fuel, sometimes the engine, and sometimes a mix of other things. And then also, you know how the capital, you perceive all kinds of things when you when you roll down, and sometimes even if you are in your ACT, still it's a problem. But meanwhile, we collect money every time. Say we are sanitizing, we are doing this, the capital,
and
city.
every year we are doing something, 28, something.
So but it's early morning. If we start whining like that, sometimes it's for people's day. So yes, good people of Ghana.
We'll to the baby. I see Napo everywhere, by the way.
Yeah. Napo be big man.
They did Kojimo for Napo yesterday.
Yeah. Napo just be main man for the system besides. So if you go to the Chronicle, the big story says, "Don't let Baumia regret his decision," Otumfo tells Napo. And also on the front page this morning, Baumia unveils Napo in Kumasi. The two of them here on the front page. And cement price should have been 35 Ghana cedis more. This is COCMAG talking. And Nana's Free Senior High School actually translates to classrooms without chalk. That's according to Ebu Kwanzaa.
The Daily Graphic, Daily Guide, The Herald, and Republic Press all have various angles from the Napo event. So Daily Graphic says Napo unveiled. Daily Guide says Baumia Napo shake Kumasi. The Herald, Asante Hene wants Napo over arrogant label. Okay. Don't make Baumia regret choosing you as running mate. And then when it came to the rally, or the point that the MPP met its followers, Akufo-Addo says no to Mahama, and Woon to me is also boasting. We have 1 million ways to win 2024 election. So those are the Napo stories on the front pages of these 4 papers. But the Daily Graphic's unique story: ongoing BEC, 16 teachers busted for infractions. 5 bid to invest $100 million in Saglemi project, and Oasis Capital raises $100 million to support SMEs.
Let me take you to the new finder. They go with the Napo story. Napo is a problem solver, Dr. Baumia reveals, while Otumfo urges submission. Some of the stories here this morning, well, the cement price story is also here. And then also government to showcase infrastructural projects.
The Daily Guide, its other stories or its unique stories: police pursue 7 over NPP Ayawaso West office attack, and Nana commends German government. And then there's cement price control. Kokmag cries foul.
Okay.
Let me take you to the new publisher quoting Asante Hene: Napo not arrogant. We train him well. Also on the front page, Baumia is here raising the hand of his running mate. Why I picked Napo, Baumia tells it all. And it is beautiful. It is possible. They are also talking about the SNIT hotels this morning, and we are told hotels not sold. Negotiations ongoing.
The Herald, in other stories, has Mahama here, he's speaking, and there's a picture of Ken Oforiatta. Mahama is saying Akufo-Addo allowed cousin Oforiatta to damage economy. Why EA boss commends youth in agric program. Dumso situation under firm control. That's Herbert Crapper speaking at his vetting. And Bonas family got Momo from me regularly.
Hey.
Yoko boss reveals closeness and denies threat. Charlie, what is this business?
Well, they
Airing
the
dirty
team and
laundry.
that's life,
What is all this?
Yeah, the Today newspaper says Group Indum management meets Alan and Cheddar. Also, they are petitioning them to support reinstatement of GN savings license. Also, on the Airbus scandal, prosecute me if I did anything wrong. They are quoting former President John Dramani Mahama. The GBA is questioning CJ's request for extra Supreme Court judges and related stories this morning in the Today newspaper.
The Informer newspaper says echoes of many ways to kill a cat. Sami Jenfi threatens CJ with impeachment. Another story is fight against corruption. OSP applauded for job well done. And we are confident in security agencies. EC declares pledges commitment to transparent elections.
The Ghanaian Observer has its
Ghanaian publishers.
Oh, forgive me. The Ghanaian publisher says that front page says Santehene to Napo, don't make Baumia regret choosing you. The idea kind of Abonting. Yes. Baumia Napo Ghana's future according to Danado.
Yes.
And then also 5 companies bid for Saglemi project. This story was in the news yesterday.
All right. The Inquisitor newspaper also has Napo here. The other stories, they have 20 takeaways from JM's media encounter. Nana Owusu to win Menchia South MPP primaries. And dismissed policeman who jumped bail 5 years ago for defilement arrested at airport.
The Daily Analyst says Baumia unveils Napo, but NDC says no threat. Also, I know you will not make Baumia regret his decision. Otunfo advising Napo, the different twist to that headline. And then also election 2024, there will be no chance for Mahama Akufo-Addo going off on his Charlie. And then some other stories here on the front page, including what the GJ is saying. About
Finally from me, the BNFT cement price control industry calls for dialogue, says collaboration not coercion is way forward. Another story is IMF inflow, market developments ease pressure on Citi. Food ingredients import hits $133 million. Can you imagine that? And ENI Vitor receive positive decision from International Arbitral Tribunal. It's important that this one too comes out.
Well, I mean, if you read the thing, it's not as straightforward. If you go to the Daily Searchlight, there's a headline: Mahames. These are not my words. Hopeless pledges. Glades Ghana's pliant media part 2. So they are finishing Mahama and they are finishing the journalists too. That's the Daily Searchlight. When she special needs students uses mouth to write BCE. And then Dr. Edu Chum praises WAEC for efforts towards curtailing exam.
Good morning to Doc. It's been a while we heard of him.
Yeah. He did.
Yeah. So let me take you online quickly. You know that Achimota School has been fined 600,000 Ghana cedis for negligently causing the death of students in 2016. Now NAGRAT is asking school heads to stop denying 6 students exit. Very interesting development there. You know, this student was allegedly denied exit, leading to his death. Now, BEC persons arrested for infractions being processed for court. This is WAEC speaking. And backbone orders probe into video of immigration officers assaulting woman. Mahama will never win 2024 elections. He lacks ideas. This is Akufo-Addo. I've been the best vice president since independence. This is Dr. Baumia. No one has developed Ghana like Akufo-Addo, not even Nkrumah. And this is Napo speaking. We have challenges, but our economic records are superior to Mahama's. That's Baumia here. On the Napo angle again, submit to Baumia. Don't let him regret choosing you. This is Otunfo to Opoku Prempe Joy. my Joy Online's angle. Akufo-Addo dismisses Mahama's presidential bid, saying he has no new ideas. Give me my stone. If today you say free SHS is good, Akufo-Addo tells Mahama, and Parliament green lights National Service Authority bill. Nagrat urges school heads to grant exit for 6 students. That story is here again. Opoku Prempeh is remarkable listener, ready to make tough decisions. This is Vincent Asifua. If you go to Star FM online, there is one here that says, okay, so this one says, Free SHS has lost campaign potency as election. Okay, there's a repeat of the election. When election winning issues. This is Info Analytics speaking. We have superior economic records, Baumea. There is one that says, they say you are arrogant, but that's not how I raised you. Okay, Class FM with that angle. They say you are arrogant, but that's not how I raised you, Asante Hene to Opoku Prempeh. Let me take you to All Africa quickly and give you an international flavor. Kenya court rules police killing of Pakistani journalist unlawful. Storms destroy South African homes. More snow coming. Okay. And then if you go to CNN, Biden stifles attempts to kick him off the ticket. Flying. Yeah, Biden is feeling the heat, and sanctions on Russian oil brought Putin and Modi closer. Now they are in a nuclear embrace. So that's what's happening around the world. A lot more going on, but we'll delve into
straight.
Yes.
Okay, so let me take you to Kumasi quickly. Baumia unveils Napo in Kumasi, and Otumfuo talking the details here on page 3 of the Chronicle, and the story about the event at the Mensha Palace is by Stephen Odoelabi, and he says the king of the Asante kingdom. Do we still have a kingdom? Let's be a bit measured in how we use the titles. Let's say Otumfuo Osei Tutu II. Yes, the overlord of Asante has advised Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, the selected running mate for the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, not to let them latter down. Now, with a deep understanding of Dr. Prempeh's journey and their shared story, the occupant of the Golden Stool, the Minister of Energy, who he called his son and grandson after sending to the stool to prove himself worthy of the trust placed in him. There's a quote here that says, I have spoken to Napo, my son, behind closed doors and counseled him well. But let me tell you, Napo, in public, that don't let Dr. Baumia regret his decision to choose you, Otumfuo counsel.
Interesting piece of advice.
Yeah. So it goes on to give you further details, but there's another angle to the story. Okay, you want to take that from the Daily Graphic?
Well, the Daily Graphics angle was a more general angle, a bird's-eye view, talking about the ceremony,
the unveiling and all.
And unveiled Michael Kwe and Kwame Bafodonko. They write the story and they give details on what happened there, and they refer to some quotes. So, for example, party big shots called for unity towards the prosecution of the electoral campaign with Dr. Prempeh, who's also the energy minister, and they urged the electorate to, quote, vote for Dr. Baumia for the sake of your future.
Okay.
End quote. So the story has different angles. The bit about the Jubilee Park, bit about Menshia, the purpose, and the fact that the president said the two gentlemen made a perfect pair.
In fact, there's an angle that I want to draw your attention to quickly. The president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, saying rather defiantly that there will be no chance for Mahama, in election 2024. That story is in the Daily Analyst. Details on why have they done the thing? Page 4 of the newspaper, page 3 and 4 of the newspaper. And if you are interested, please grab a copy of the Daily Analyst.
In the meantime, Sky, no one has developed Ghana like Akufo-Addo, not even in Nkrumah. And this is Napo speaking. Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, running mate to the New Patriotic Party flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, says no president, not even the revered first president of Ghana, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, has developed Ghana like the current president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has. He indicated that the President Akufo-Addo's accomplishments are unmatched. He was speaking at his outdooring, quote, since independence from 1957 till today, we've not had any president that has helped Ghana like Nana Akufo-Addo. I say from 1957 to now, if you take your Nkrumah, no one has become president who has protected Ghana and moved it forward, like Nana Akufo-Addo Napo said. In the meantime, they say you are arrogant. But that's not how I raised you. Asante Hene to Napo. So Asante Hene 2472 has addressed the ongoing debate about the perceived arrogance of Dr. Matthew Opoku Pempe following his selection as running mate to Dr. Baumia. During the outdooring or unveiling, he mentioned that he had heard claims suggesting that Dr. Pempe is arrogant, which puzzled him as he had never observed such traits in the man he fondly considers his son and grandson.
Well, the matter of Idon Nkrumah versus Nana Addo Dankwa, he expressed an opinion, but the facts don't support that opinion. In my respectful view. So let's take
always a very debatable area to get into, but clearly.
Yes. I mean, that one, I'm not sure even Jerry Rawlings will contest that. And not even John Kufuor will contest that. Let me take you to page 9 of the new finder. Cement dealers have absorbed 35 Ghana cedis of cost amid economic challenges. Now, you know that the Minister for Trade is making efforts to introduce a way of controlling the price of cement in the country. Now, the finder says cement dealers in Ghana have taken a significant step towards supporting the market by absorbing 35 Ghana cedis of the current price of cement, despite a 104% depreciation of the cedi since 2022. Wow, the cedi went down that much. An analysis shows that over the same period, the industry has only increased prices by 48%, despite 77% of cement inputs being dollar denominated. Now, passing on the full rate of cedi depreciation would have increased cement prices by an additional 35 Ghana cedis, but the industry chose to absorb this cost. Now, the price of cement now ranges from 95 to 110 Ghana cedis, depending on the brand and retail location.
If you go to page 3 of the BNFT, on the same matter, the industry players or the industry is calling for dialogue and not coercion. And COCMAC, that is the Chamber of Cement Manufacturers Ghana, is calling for constructive dialogue and collaboration with the government. And COCMAC's appeal comes as the sector grapples with implications of the regulations which grant a government committee at the Ghana Standards Authority power to reject a cement producer's reported price without explanation or appeal.
Sky, the Ghanaian Times is here.
Yeah, that's right. So yesterday, or was it 2 days ago, we drew attention to the fact that the folks at VRA are thinking about possibly opening the dam again because the water levels are climbing, and they've written to some 50 or so interested parties and stakeholders about the need to come together and talk about what to do. The Ghanaian Times has that story today on its front page, details on page 11. Let me give you a paragraph of two of that story, and then we move on to some other things. So VRA ponders Akosombo Dam's spillage again, seeks to engage stakeholders in catchment areas on exercise. Now, the story is by a Times reporter, and it says the Volta River Authority is preparing for a potential controlled spillage of excess water from the Akosombo Dam in the eastern region. Now, in view of this, the authority has started notifying stakeholders within the catchment areas for an engagement on the intended spillage. Now, the notice, which has been signed by Deputy Chief Executive in charge of services at the VRA, Ken Arthur, said the engagement was a precautionary measure.
Okay, we're hoping that they
need to monitor this thing very closely, because the people of the areas affected by the flooding last year have not recovered from what has happened to them. As we speak, nobody has paid them proper compensation on the losses that they have incurred. We are told that government is making some efforts to put some communities together, but the fact is people are still reeling under the siege of what happened to them last year. The waters have gone, but people are still counting their losses. So we need to monitor the situation and see what we can do to protect their interests.
Sure. Two stories from the BNFT. ENI Vitol received positive decision from International Arbitral Tribunal. Now, ENI Ghana Exploration and Production and Vitol Upstream Ghana have received a positive decision from an International Arbitral Tribunal regarding their unitization dispute to the Republic of Ghana, ruling in favor of their long-standing opposition to the Ministry of Energy's unitization directives. The International Tribunal has concluded that the unitization directives were wrong and unlawful, and that the Republic of Ghana's actions breached Ghanaian law in terms of the OCTP Petroleum Agreement. Now, staying with the BNFT, food ingredient import hits $133 million. Now, Ghana imported $133 million worth of key ingredients for food preparation and processing last year. That's according to the United States Department of Agriculture. The amount, according to the USDA Food Processing Ingredients Annual Report on Ghana, increased by 48%. From 89.2 million recorded in 2022. The ingredients are largely made up of wheat flour, food additives and spices, bakery goods, food coloring and sweetness. The report highlighted that U.S. exports of food processing and ingredients increased to 2.21 million last year, up by 52% compared to 1.45 million in 2022, making it the largest supplier of food processing ingredients with less than 3% share.
So many years ago, my grandmother would prepare soup nice.
Everything is
Without
from the backyard.
any of these
Everything is from the backyard.
kubu and all these things they add. Everything from the backyard. No food coloring business. Clean food. But these days they will add sugar too. Hey!
But Biden is buying time, but every day tests his capacity to keep his campaign alive. That's on the CNN if you're interested, catch it. But that's how we end the newspaper review. Thank you, Sky. Thank you, Nathan.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Oh, jump on now.
Go. Ugomi, at what time when you come back, we are not hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same, right? It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open it.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a feel the gobe too small.
Go.
Joe Pana. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Makadi, when you wake up in the morning and you know the money calling, oh you go work, but you know it's out in your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand and believe, cause you know it's out in your side. And when you dream, no say I live by you. And when you hustle every day, when you wanna go, anything you do, I live for you. If I believe I live your side, fidelity. If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I live your side, fidelity.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi 97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi 973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi 973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
It's time for the City Business News, and Nashika Caesar is here. The business news is brought to you by Access Bank and MTN. And Nashika Caesar is here with details of the news. Good morning, Na.
Good morning, Caleb. Hello and welcome to the breakfast edition of the City Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN, Goyle and Access Bank. My name is Nashika Caesar. Coming up, petroleum sector players are said that government could have better handled the case of ENI and Vitol versus Ghana and the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation in order not to erode investor confidence. Also coming up, Moody's to potentially upgrade Ghana's credit ratings following the country's Eurobond exchange. And later, despite a marginal depreciation last week, analysts project stability for the city this week as foreign exchange liquidity improves. The details of our stories now. Players within the petroleum sector have stated that the government could have better handled the case of ENI and Vitol versus Ghana and the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation in order not to push away investors. This comes as the International Arbitration Tribunal has issued its final award in the case of ENI and Vitol versus Ghana and the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation (GNPC). For Ghana, the tribunal denied the claimants their monetary damages, who initially claimed $7 billion but reviewed the figure down to $905 million plus interest by the end of proceedings. Nana Mwesi VII is the executive director of the Institute of Energy Security, and he's been commenting on the issue.
The issue between the two parties, of course, affected exploration activities and production activities in Ghana, because you realize that ENI is almost part of Ghana, hanging on to the little investment they have here and seeking to have more investment in La Côte d'Ivoire. The situation could have been different if this conflict didn't arise, and the government took that bold decision to, at least handle the situation well. In fact, it has gone to damage the investment climate in Ghana's oil and gas sector. We pray that the second, lease of life or opportunity thrown at us, will take advantage of it and ensure that the issues are resolved amicably, so that we don't, as a country, incur financial burden or liabilities, and we don't, have that potential loss of international credibility.
That was the executive director of the Institute of Energy Security, Nana Mwesi VII, speaking there. Moving on, ratings agency Moody's has indicated a potential upgrade for Ghana's credit ratings following the country's Eurobond exchange. The New York-based firm announced that it has completed a periodic review of Ghana's ratings, which include long-term issuer ratings of CAA3 for local currency and CA for foreign currency. These ratings reflect the government's ongoing debt restructuring and that the G20 Common Framework initiated in December 2022. More details follow in the report.
On June 24, 2024, the Ministry of Finance announced an agreement in principle on restructuring 13 billion of Eurobond debt, accounting for 21% of Ghana's total debt in 2023. Under this agreement, bondholders would forgo around $4.7 billion in principal without state contingent triggers. This agreement followed a memorandum of understanding on June 12 between the Finance Ministry and the Official Creditor Committee to restructure $5.4 billion of official sector external debt. The IMF confirmed on June 28 that both restructurings are consistent with its program parameters. The Ministry of Finance has since announced that Ghana's debt treatment with the Eurobond holders is consistent with the comparability of treatment principle. Following this development, Moody's has indicated that all ratings are likely to be aligned at a higher level within the CAA rating category, considering the liquidity constraints typically following a default event.
That was a Business Desk report. Now, the Ghana cedi recorded a marginal depreciation as it lost 0.58% against the US dollar last week, although analysts project it to remain stable this week as foreign exchange liquidity improves. There's more in the following report.
Many had the high expectations that the inflow of the $360 million from the International Monetary Fund would immediately stabilize the local currency. However, the stabilization process is on a gradual trajectory as corporate demand begins to moderate. In the retail market, the cedi ended the first half of the year losing approximately 22% against the US dollar. Week on week, the local currency shed 1.85% and 1.61% against the British pound and euro respectively. Meanwhile, the Bank of Ghana will be selling $120 million to the bulk oil distributors through its auction program for the third quarter of this year. Analysts believe this will further strengthen the local currency as we navigate the second half of the year. The same amount was sold to these firms in the second quarter of the year. Additionally, the Bank of Ghana is expected to continue its measures aimed at addressing excess liquidity in the market. Some analysts believe that the IMF program has restricted the Bank of Ghana in terms of a dollar market interventions, as they hope that the macroeconomic environment will continue to gain momentum to cushion the strength of the cedi. At the end of the trading day on Tuesday, July 9, a dollar was going for 15 cedis 65 pesos at some forex bureaus.
You heard there a business desk report. Now, as the government statistician readies to announce the country's inflation rate for June 2024 later today, some economic watchers say they are anticipating a slight rise in the country's inflationary levels. Inflation for the month of May 2024 slightly decreased to 23.1%. This was the lowest figure recorded since March 2022, which was 19.4%. The figure for May 2024 represents a decline of 1.95 percentage points from that of the month of April, which was 25.0%. Here is economist Peter Corte speaking to Citi Business News on his expectations.
Exchange rate movement, slight exchange rate depreciations that we've seen in June, that's certainly translating to price increases. So we may expect to see some either marginal upward adjustments in the CPI or other factors that like food production, other things that may reduce inflation. So there might be a marginal upward adjustment, or inflation remain, or the CPI will remain same. I think the food component might drive inflation, if at all, given the slight exchange rate movement.
That was economist Peter Corte speaking there. Moving on, Bank PLC has listed additional shares and commenced trading on the Ghana Stock Exchange as part of its renounceable rights issue. Bank PLC successfully completed its renounceable rights issue, raising a total of 145 million cedis. This followed the discontinuation of the legal action challenging Bank's 600 million cedis rights issue. The offer consisted of over 2 billion shares at 0.29% share in a ratio of one offer share for every 0.3 existing shares held by a qualifying shareholder. Over 500 million shares were subscribed, raising 145 million cedis. This surpassed the minimum target of 120 million Ghana cedis, but fell short of the maximum target of 600 million Ghana cedis. In a recent statement, Bank announced the listing and commencement of trading of over 455 million ordinary shares and over 47 million preference additional shares. Now, Ghana faces the risk of spending millions of cedis on timber imports as 75 out of the 100 local timber manufacturing companies have collapsed due to the continuous forest destruction by bushfires. Players within the timber industry warn that the remaining 25 companies in the western north parts of eastern and central regions are struggling to secure raw materials for production, fearing imminent closure. CEO of the Ghana Timber Millers Organization, Dr. Kwame Asamoah Adam, emphasized these concerns in an interview with Citi Business News.
Now, in terms of the numbers, the medium-large companies, most of them have collapsed. So coming from a figure of about 100 companies, now you have just about 25 that are surviving, operating, exporting, and also giving employment. Now, in terms of the materials that are coming in terms of round logs, it has reduced in quantity from about 1.2 million cubic meters about 20 years ago to now just around 500,000. Now, the reduction in raw material is attributed mainly due to the decline in the production areas.
You heard CEO of the Ghana Timber Millers Organization, Dr. Kwame Asamoah Adam there. Now on the forex market today, the dollar could be sold to you at 15 cedis 60 pesos. The British pound could be sold to you at 19 cedis, while the euro is going for 16 cedis 60 pesos. And that's it for the breakfast edition of the City Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN, Goyle and Access Bank. My name is Nashika Caesar. Do have a great business week.
Beautiful people, we are live in town, soaking in the excitement about the partnership between Access Bank and PABS, revolutionizing the way people move money across Africa. Let's hear directly from those reaping the benefits.
It's a relief. Anytime I send money back home, my family receives exactly what I send them, instantly.
I'm studying in Ghana, but originally from Nigeria. With this service, my parents send my school and hostel fees directly, and they do it with so much ease.
I run a fashion business. Let me tell you, sending and receiving money across Africa without those annoying forex fees has really cut down our operational costs.
Benefit from instant payments across Africa with zero foreign exchange hassle. Visit our website www.ghana.accessbankplc.com or call our toll free on 0800 004400 for all your cross-border payments.
Pass it with Access Bank.
Access Bank, more than banking.
Good energy hits the road with exciting choices to energize your ride, giving you more options to take you further. Watch this space for your choice.
Goyle, yeah. The other day, I visited Kweku at his spunky new office to congratulate him on opening his business. And man, was I impressed. The business is just moving quick. The sales, customers, everything is just working seamlessly. The secret? He said,
"It's MTN Business Broadband. In this fast-paced environment, we need fast and reliable internet to support all business types. No laggy online meetings, great download and upload speeds, impeccable business management systems, all inclusive. I mean, you can have it all."
Shout! I signed on immediately.
To enable your business stay ahead and stay connected, make sure you're signed on to the best internet made just for businesses. MTN Business Broadband. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh and manage your account on my MTN app. Call 0244 308 111 for more information. We are good together everywhere you go.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
I got the thing.
Well, my people, we're just getting started. Thursdays are now extra special on MTN. Yes, your Thursdays just got more exciting because from now on, you get a nice 25% discount on your first data bundle purchase of the day. And the way data they cost, and you have to take advantage of this. So jump onto the My MTN app or use *138# this and every Thursday on MTN. MTN is saying that's not enough for a lovely customer like you. So they are offering a free extra movie ticket when you pay with Momo at the Silverbird Cinemas at the Accra and West Hills malls. For those of you wonderful people in the Great Garden City, Kumasi, you get free tickets at the Golden Cinemas in the Kumasi Mall. If you ask me, I think your movie dates are sorted from now on, Charlie. This is what you've always asked for. What a sweet deal. So set your reminders bundle on my MTN or *138# and make the best of your 25% first data bundle discount and visit the cinemas. Use Momo and get your extra free movie tickets on MTN's Hello Thursday. Yellow Thursday. Now the Access Bank is delivering its aviation and hospitality desk is designed with you in mind, and they want to help you book and pay for your ticket and secure travel insurance, whether it's a tropical escape or a visit to a family. Access Bank has you covered. If If you're dreaming to check, if you want to check your dream location off your bucket list, make your travel dreams a reality with Access Bank. Avoid the hassle. Book your next flight with Emirates, South African Airlines, Air Peace, or Africa World Airline through Access Bank. Our 55 branch network gives you convenience, easy payment and security. Please visit our website www.ghana.accessbankplc.com or call our toll-free number 0800 004400 for more information and assistance. Access Bank, more than banking. They brought us the business news. It's time for kickoff with Lesheho and Shell bringing us kickoff. Gabby's in the studio already. If you're ready to power up your finances and unlock your path to prosperity, the Lesheho Fixed Deposit Solution is your best option. Lesheho's fixed deposit solution. With us, you are not just investing your money, but you're making your money work harder so you can watch your wealth grow. So don't settle for average returns. Join the investment revolution with our fixed deposit solution and take charge of your financial future. Call us on 02700 40799 or WhatsApp us on 02700 40750 to learn more. The shareholders improve life. A simple truth about love drives us to give of our very best. In same way, Shell Fuels drive your car to peak performance. With over 100 years of innovation, you won't just be buying any fuel, but the most advanced fuels which save you money in the long run. So drive into a Shell station today and fuel up your car with Shell Fuels designed for engine efficiency and performance, and give your car the love it needs for better journeys. Go well. And the man Gabby Affairs in the studio. And Gabby, you look like you've been swimming.
Yeah, cause swimming this weekend.
Are you ready
Team One Sports Complex.
Oh, you ready for the championship?
You know, I've got 10 gold medals.
Oh, you have? Right, let's get into the details, Gabby.
Got a bend on it. That is simply amazing. The youngest player to ever play in the semi-final of a major tournament has just delivered a goal for the ages.
Well, two beautiful goals saw Spain come from behind to beat France 2-1 and progress to the finals of the Euros. Who will join Spain tonight? Will it be the English or the Dutch in tennis?
And it's away. The defending champion is through to the semi-final again at Wimbledon. We know what happened last time.
Alright, so defending champions Carlos Alcaraz is through to the semi-finals of the ongoing Wimbledon. There's more from tennis on kickoff. My name is Gabby Ophel. Welcome aboard. Alright, to start with the Paris Olympic Games, and Ghana Olympic Committee President Ben Nunu Mensah is optimistic about the country's athletics team and high jumper Rose Yeboah winning medals at the upcoming Paris Olympic Games in France. Now, Ghana has won a total of 5 Olympic medals so far, with the country's best performances coming from boxing in Rome 1960, Tokyo 1964, Munich 1972, and Tokyo again in 2020, along with a football medal at the 1992 Games in Barcelona. Well, in an exclusive interview, Ben Nunu Mensah expressed confidence that the athletics team will build on their success from the 13th African Games and add to Ghana's medal tally at the Olympics.
Well, I think on any day, on any time, I would put my bet on our 4x4 men team, and then also on our high jumper. These are athletes who have shown what they've exhibited in the last 2 years that they can rise up to any challenge, and I would not be surprised to see them on the podium during the medal presentation.
Well, Ben Mensah also expressed his happiness that the kits, which were previously reported to be stuck at the airport, have now been cleared.
The NOC has to go and deposit a check to GAR as a guarantee So it's still hanging. We needed to get the things out so the athletes can take them along when they move for the pre-games. So I'm hoping that as quickly as possible, things will be sorted out from the finance ministry, and then GAR will eventually receive the exemption letter. In Tokyo, it was difficult. We couldn't get our things much earlier. The things were flown to when we were just about a day to start again. So for us to receive it 2-3 weeks before the games in Paris, that is an improvement. And we're hoping that in 4 years' time, we'll probably receive maybe 6 months before the game starts.
All right, so that's GLC President Ben Mensah speaking to City Sports there. To some athletics, and our Chief Executive Officer of Ghana Athletics, Filipina Frimpong, is calling for increased support for the country's athletes as they prepare for the Paris Olympic Games. She believes that the events they participated in, including the African Games and the Africa Senior Athletics Region 2 Championship in Ghana and Cameroon, were insufficient to adequately prepare them for the Olympics. Now, Frimpong suggests that additional tournaments will be beneficial to help fine-tune their skills.
A lot of the competitions that they have attended to get race ready, some of them have been through their own agents, some of them have been through their schools, some of them have been through their own arrangements. Africa Championships, they came, they ran the relay team, they ran a good time. It placed them in the rankings for Bahamas. Thankfully, ministry helped them to get to Bahamas, where they secured the qualification. After that, we went to Cameroon for the African Championships. Also, government facilitated that, but that cannot even count as a competition. Everything there was just the other way around. Azamati, for example, has been running a lot. He's been doing a lot of circuits to improve on his time. With the how, just as they say, practice makes perfect, it's the same with athletics. The more you run, the more you start to pull back the time. The more you start to pull back the time, the more it works for you.
Filipina Frimpong is the Chief Executive Officer for the Ghana Athletics. Well, to some swimming, and we are just 3 days to the start of the second edition of the Channel 1 National Swimming Championships. Well, two of the best swimmers from the Malian swim team, Michael Arthur Krabman and Rachel Lai, are confident they can achieve the same level of success at this year's event. Now, the Malians came out tops at the maiden edition with 63 medals in total. Can they do that again?
Well, I expect to get the best male swimmer again this year and win the trophy for my team. So I will celebrate and jubilate and everything.
You sound so confident. What's pushing you?
Well, my mom, my coaches, and my friends and family. Yeah.
Apart from that, do you look up to swimmers who are competing for Ghana? So, Abeku Jackson at the African Games, Harry Stacey, Giselle,
yeah, all of them.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm ready to beat my personal best. That's the goal that I have. Yeah, do better than I did last time. Yeah.
Well, how are your training sessions like? What are some of the things you go through to get to the optimal best?
Well, for training, yeah, as Michael said, we focus on speed, endurance. But yeah, we've also been really focusing on technique, how to keep your technique throughout, even when you're tired. So yeah, it really helps while swimming to improve our times. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you know where to find them at the Baltimore Sports Complex. That's the second edition of the Channel 1 National Swimming Championships. It's a 2-day event, so just come watch some good swimmers exhibit their skills. Well, in Europe, Spain moved within a game of winning their first major trophy in men's international football since 2012 as they came from behind to beat France in Munich. A record-breaking wonder strike from Lamine Yamal, followed by a winner from Dani Olmo, sent them into the second Sunday's final, of course, after Randa Colomwani had put France into an early lead. Here's Lamine Yamal after the game.
Bueno, lo primero, muy feliz por la victoria y por el paso a la final. No sé si es
I'm really happy for the victory and for getting to the final. I don't know if it's the best goal of the tournament, but it's the most special for me because getting to a final with the national team in a Euro, it's something super special for me.
All right, so that's Spain's wonder kid Lamine Yamal speaking. The later tonight, England take on Netherlands at 7 p.m. and the Signal Iduna Park. Well, England's Luke Shaw says he feels fit to play in tonight's semi-final against the Dutch, who he said have no weaknesses.
It's been a long while, but yeah, no, really pleased that I was able to get on the pitch and get some minutes, and of course now hopefully get some more in the next game.
Do you think you're fit to start the next game? Could you play 90 minutes, 120 minutes?
Yeah, of course, I think I am, but obviously that's solely down to Gareth's decision on what he does, but how I feel, I feel fit and I'm ready to go.
All right, so that's England's Luke Shaw. Later tonight, they're up against the Dutch at the Signal Iduna Park second semi-final of the Euros. To some transfer, Manchester United have an agreement in principle with Lille for defender Lenny Yoro. Juventus also remain interested in signing Manchester United winger Jadon Sancho. Well, Nottingham Forest have signed goalkeeper Carlos Miguel from Corinthians on a 4-year deal. Former Liverpool midfielder Thiago Alcantara has also been approached regarding a return to football less than 24 hours after he emerged that he is retiring. Well, in tennis, defending champion Carlos Alcaraz has recovered from a slow start to beat Tommy Paul and set up another semi-final against Daniil Medvedev, a repeat of their meeting from last year.
Congratulations, a brilliant win in the end, but just how tough an opponent was Tommy Paul today?
Well, he has been playing a great tennis here on grass. He won Queens. I think he has been doing great stuff here in Wimbledon, beating great players. And of course today it was a really difficult match for me. At the beginning, the first set and the beginning of the second set, it was kind of I'm playing on clay, big rallies. It was over the 10, 15 shots every point. So I had to stay there strong mentally at the beginning. When I lost the first set, it was kind of difficult for me a little bit, but I knew that this really long journey, a really long match, so I had to stay there and really happy to find the solutions and the good path.
All right, so that's the defending champion of Wimbledon, Carlos Alcaraz, speaking there. Well, 2 more games coming up later today in the quarterfinals of the men's singles. Italy, Lorenzo Musetti will face Taylor Fritz of the USA. Alex de Minaur of Australia will take on 7-time Wimbledon champion Novak Djokovic at 2 p.m. In the women's singles, Yasmin Paolini of Italy is through to the semis after beating USA's Emma Navarro 6-2, 6-1. Later today, Jelena Ostapenko of Latvia will face Barbora Krejcikova of Czech Republic at 12 p.m. Elena Rybakina is up against Ukraine's Elena Svitolina. There's more tennis news later at 5 p.m. And that's it for Kickoff. Kickoff is proudly brought to you by Shell and Lachelle. For more sports stories, you can head to citysportsonline.com. My name is Gabi Ofer. Enjoy the rest of your day. Do take care and bye-bye.
If you need unique services, innovative financial solutions.
Join us for a 6-day all-inclusive tour from the 5th to the 11th of August or from the 15th to the 21st of September 2024. Experience the best of Dubai from its iconic landmarks to luxurious accommodations. The package includes return air tickets, 6-night hotel, daily breakfast and dinner, Dubai visa, travel insurance, Dubai City tour, and other very exciting things. Book now by calling or WhatsApping 0550-188-181 or 0553-688-398.
Selling from underdog to feeling, treat this biz like a sniper, bound to make a killing.
And the new order of retirement is here. You can retire on your own terms with a guaranteed monthly income for the rest of your life. Simply invest in a lump sum into the Old Mutual Recruitment Salary Plan today and start receiving monthly income to enjoy the perfect retirement. It's that easy. The best part is you get to enjoy salary increase 16% in 2023-2024. Call Old Mutual 0504 53 43 33 or visit oldmutual.com.gh for more information or dial star 789.
We'll get into some other messages, but if you are speccing your old car or thinking of a home makeover or you want to do a relaxing beach getaway, then you need to use your ABSA card 10 times or more in the month and you could be the lucky winner in the ABSA Change Your Story promo. From now to the end of October, 5 lucky winners will take away 40,000 cedis each every month to change their story. Your story matters. T's and C's apply. ABSA. Now it's Wednesday morning, it's cold, it's all of that. You want something warm to drink. Twisco is what you should be reaching out for. From the producers of Cowbell, they have brought Twisco, a lovely chocolate drink with a blend of premium cocoa powder and a lovely combination of energy boosting vitamins and minerals. Start your day with a cup of the great tasting Twisco. Empower your dream, and this ad is FDA approved. Now in September, the admissions will open at Heritage Christian University College. Is at Amasaman behind the Olympic Stadium, accredited by GTech and affiliated to KNUST and UCC. Go on and sign up for their undergrad programs. They've got master's programs as well. Call 0547 777 or visit their website hcuc.edu.gh. Heritage Christian University College, educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders.
Like a sniper.
Now, you're searching for the perfect blend of comfort, convenience, and community? Then look no further than Alphabet City, the premium gated community located at Sakumono. They've got luxurious 2 and 3 bedroom apartments designed to cater to all your needs. Schedule a tour of your future by calling 0240 111 119. Alphabet City is the ABC of Home Sweet Home.
Events yesterday, the meeting of the Otumfo by the MPP flag bearer, of course, then the outdooring at the Jubilee Park. So we hear what the Asantini said to the running mate, and then later on we'll hear from the running mate himself. But the question for you this morning, what do you make of him? He's been outdoored now, so the tickets are looking set. Send us a voice note on Napo. There's analysis on why he's been brought in, what he would do to the campaign. He will energize the base. So what are your comments?
Would you blame economy lame?
Very controversial statement about Kwame Nkrumah. Indeed, it's created a whole news story. In fact, if you go online, I think Kwame Nkrumah has started trending, or Sajifo is trending again, even before Nathan comes in. So in a sense, it's overshadowed the outdooring. But you could also say, yeah, it's overshadowed the outdooring, because Otumfo's program was a bit different in terms of the main takeaway. So but the social media discussion is largely on the Kwame Nkrumah point. So I'm going to play you excerpt what Otumfo said first, and then when I'm done, I will play you what the running mate also said, and then we'll take your comments on this.
So, nanan mu nyina amane amahene ne nanan mu nyina se emra na omampanyi so oba besrayen. So se asantemai itrase nanan nyina amane amahene na brempon na de she nyina so omampanyi ba besrayen ndoma na meta. So, ne yebeshia se ye twen ho no wabai. Mfo se yeah, one na santemai eto a ye twen ho a wabai. So, see a dana se papa send that wabesa and ada man you couldn't in as a woman I come over at the asem about so aba and uncle Mampanyika was in Adam de Assem dead and Ebrew and Pans on no the other too many.
Casano was Assem dead and Ebrew and Pa and whatever between. So,
one ma Asema SE Ayaho.
Mampany. Asema SE Amana SE.
Son, I'm down, Mampanya Bedi, Chase was a set or no so, and I'm no so now, Massima, day to any way see.
So, Mampanya Bedi, and I, Doctor Baumia, or no so, to enforce what the was Papa, and I'm also an aside. So,
may ban me nana no dear. Yeah,
was a bar and an another dear. So,
and Ra was in way Minia.
So, no, no, you. So,
me better how I am in Nana.
So, say no, why Nana?
Ya won't know so many papa in Anna won't know.
So, no, one and a papa in Anna won't know. So,
any answer near Titi.
Susan at Titi, no. So,
what to any school fees in an many dear Tria, man.
So, what you way? School fees in an any dear today, Tria, Edema. So,
now, Okoye doctor.
So,
Okoye doctor, we here, and no backers was aqua to us, Holland.
I say, Miss Law, must have to us, Holland. So,
Okoye, me on was up by and a quamity was for broaching him a crew as I could swim Bibiaka home.
So, by Sam Reno, one chief, what he has here. Was a sample, Unicum, you is a good man,
and I mean, because oh, what's your doctor? Bopani and Yas on and I'm with.
So, what's your doctor? So,
no, say, a cabak was a cobabion or so obey.
So, a cabak or so obey. So,
or buy and or bank and better Hokakra. Fabre of Akufua be dear dear. And was sending me was our catchers and your friend Frona and Busan said, dear no persuade.
So,
a family or one or bars there. A quammy had for power free hand or pursue Kojina.
So, one and another or ban general catchers said. Honorable Kwame before all free and I coincidence in this one. Now also so
Obo was your man and was it there being me 2 men dear one and now Cobona man answer. And I'm saying no upper soil was in a 9.
So,
my man, the question knows one call.
Don't force it, so,
and no more no man paying a good for to buy.
So,
yeah, 12 banner 2016 year, or by she said, one a bam over Unana case.
So, education minister. So,
where you my penny do the no.
So,
2 year 2020 no Abion was a mess standard Naco energy.
So, 2 2020. So,
now me dear Duchum will none about aqua for alcohol.
Education.
Also, what Naco and no must mean. And no, and them one and there, on Penyaba de Chenso, or 2 and 9 year, what was the Aquilena was Messa Fan with Dimechin Wabuame.
So, and here or no, and go to Franca MPP. So,
me pedi makasa chen wo dem metunufo. So, that's my main control. And my Dr. Baumia so you Dr. Baumia no so and my no who you are. O kwaya no kwaya sumpa ne di na chi na di obekere won na wo so ye. Dem no aka ne dem na meka. So Brasia di eche ne kama me. Ya sutie na di ono bekere won na ye. Ba ye yes si wani so ade me se akwalai me tete no ofie ma hunu sa ade enti na ye kasa. Ye ka no media mesa wuti sente sa e ma ne nye ho. Na Ubanso and Yamitumi, Ubedi Eche, Nebibia, a Bompa Eche, Nedi Yame, Ashisha, Wamae. Dr. Bow, I can't tell them the national answer. Dr. Bow, what in an answer? Baby, I want so Titino, and from Sobia and Abba Masontina, me, I maintain with them. Baby, I take no, and for so be a baby, Montiano there. Ashanti Regional Chairman, what's made than as a papa? Yeah, you want to me? Ashanti Regional people chairman, who took for us in country, also what there was a papa. So, that wants to be Biara, where Janet Chin and I am about to come. Say Biara, what Janet. Any Ghana for Tiasia, among your crew for being so clear, dear woman, Ghana for no cray and him near you, dear Befata, Baboy.
We apologize for the breaks in the audio. It was on the original feed that we took. We apologize for that, but I feel the message was pretty clear. I thought it was quite interesting, the history of the candidate, how he was born, he knows his father, he went to school to study medicine, he went to Holland to do his medicine, he informed him that he came back to Accra to do some work, and then in 2008, Kufuor discussed with him what he would do. When Adu Kufuor said he was going to leave the Menchia seat, he came to inform him that he informed Kufuor that he wanted to take the seat. Kufuor asked him to come and tell Otumfuo. That's quite interesting and all of that. And then when Akufo-Addo won the election, Akufo-Addo said he would make him his Minister for Education. Later on, he brought him to Energy. He replaced him with Educhum. And now he advises Napo to be humble, listen to Bawumia, and not go and do what he wants to do, but to do what Bawumia will tell him. And that he's heard people say that they need Swadi, as in he is rude or arrogant, but that he should humble himself and listen. And he also told Bawumia that he's committing Napo to his care, that if he does anything wrong, he should let him know. You know, that was quite interesting. Sky, you were of the view, and I think we should discuss it a bit, that on hindsight, it may have been better to just end the program at Menchia, to sort of allow the words of wisdom from the Otumfuo to percolate for a few days before almost like the noise of the rally.
Yes, Bernard.
I think it's overshadowed.
Yeah, I mean, with the greatest respect to the people who,
on hindsight,
who put their industry into the organization of yesterday's event. Given the context, the discussions that preceded the events at the Menchia Palace yesterday and subsequently the Jubilee Park, electoral wisdom or political wisdom should have informed the decision to delay whatever public utterances that the candidate or the vice presidential candidate ought to have made. The reason being, and I know, I'm saying very serious things. Some people will not like it, but let's face the facts. The Otumfuo did a fantastic job yesterday for Matthew Opoku Prempeh and the NPP ticket, no doubt about it. He spoke like a true traditional leader, with adage, with proverb, with wisdom, informed by years of seeing many things happen. What did he say? He did not miss the opportunity to address the issue of whether the vice presidential candidate has traces of arrogance in him. He said, people are saying that this is what you have become. I trained you, I raised you, I paid your school fees. I know that I did not train you like that. I know it is not like that. So when you go, be submissive to your boss. Do what he directs or asks you to do. I'm not a native speaker, but
that's what he said.
Yeah, that's what I'm told reliably, and these are native speakers you're talking to me. That's what he said. And he used a proverb. He said that, he preceded that by saying that, look, the Constitution says that chiefs should not get involved in partisan politics. And then situated within a proverb, it says, and again, if
you translated it.
Yeah, he says that. Let me quote it directly. My understanding of what
if you try and say the tree there, it
will
not end well.
So here's the direct quote as it's been translated to me. He says, while tradition forbids conflict with one's in-laws, it doesn't prohibit eyeing them. Now, the context...
You can eye your in-law.
Yeah, you can eye your in-law.
You don't have to fight, but you can eye your in-law. I don't like... While tradition advises...
forbids you fighting your in-laws. It does not forbid you eyeing them.
That's deep.
You understand? And he situated that within the constitutional provision that chiefs are not to engage in active partisan politics.
Wonderful.
Now, if
so overt versus savage.
So the context there tells you that, look, this is the man I pay school fees for. This is my bar. This is my minana, everything. So the wise king, as some people have called him yesterday, was sending a message to people who wish to hear. The people of Ghana.
So he was endorsing the guy.
Packaging the vice presidential candidate so nicely. So one would have expected that the event would have ended there, if anything at all.
A bit later.
2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks later. You organize a nice...
But do they have so much time?
Wait. You organize a nice indoor event.
Okay.
Right? You invite, people from academia, you invite people for civil society, you invite people for education sector, energy, all the people should come. Journalists will be there. Diplomats, all of these people will come. Then you present a version of the vice presidential candidate that speaks to exactly what Otumfuo said yesterday, without allowing the candidate to go on stage in a feisty political atmosphere, speaking off the cuff and going off on a tirade. In my respectful view,
this one. Okay, so wait.
Yeah.
Generally, when you are outdooring, the main event was the outdooring to the people.
Yes.
The visit to the Otumfuo is a courtesy call.
Yes.
So you cannot convert the courtesy call into the main item. That's number one. The main issue, and that's number two. If a party chooses somebody to be their vice presidential candidate, it means the person knows how to talk and knows what to say.
No, hold on.
So for your advice for what you say to be true, it means that they know that the guy, he will go and say something wrong.
Bernard.
No.
You see, majority.
If you have chosen a candidate, allow him to speak to the people.
Confidence.
He has got to say what he does. That's what he does. So what's your problem?
That's okay. You see, for the Asantehene to take time off his speaking, what do you call it, period yesterday, to speak about what people are saying, tells you a lot about the weight of public discussions
around
on the
issue.
subject matter of whether the candidate is this or that.
Yeah.
So he took his time to explain what was done at home, what he knows the person to be. You understand?
Yeah.
So any person who is minded by how to shape public opinion would have said, look, let's end the event here. We'll produce a fitting opportunity. That's my respectful view. For the candidate to address all of it. Of course, I understand some people would say that traditionally that's how the MPP has done it. Baumia in 2008, they took him to Takoradi. You understand? And then he spoke. People thought that he did not do well on the stage and all of that. Subsequently, it was repeated like that. In fact, even under the Kufuor regime, what do you call it? The candidate Aliu Mahama was announced in 2004 at a party event.
Yes.
So
that's how they do it.
That may well be the tradition, but you see, you look at the circumstances. You look at what the conversation is all about. If I were advising, I would have said, look, the Asantehene has said such a useful thing.
But you cannot. Okay, hold on. Let's just hold on. We don't even know what Asantehene was going to say before he said it.
No, but
so you've already planned your program, and so this is not even about the Asantehene thing, because you see, what if the Asantehene hadn't commented on this?
No, of
perceived
course.
arrogance.
No, everything would have.
Because you plan these things, and don't forget, they also see. This is the thing. The people were going to outdoor the candidate. Now, how was he selected? He was selected to energize the base.
Yes.
Now, how do you energize the base? By doing a team event in an Asantehene.
Let me give you.
So they did a walk through the town for people to show that he's the one, and then you end up at Jubilee Park to have a big rally to announce him to the world.
Yes.
So that plan cannot change just because the way Asantehene spoke.
But now you see.
So you can say that maybe the way the candidate spoke or the running mate spoke sort of did not dispel the thing that Asantehene was trying to say. That one is there. But it's not the fault of the organizers.
Hold on. Look, Bernard, you see, at that level, things don't just happen.
Come on.
No, Bernard, that's the truth. At that level, things don't just happen. You are packaging a candidate, right? You are trying to tell us that what people are saying is not the case.
Him for, that's what you need to understand. They are not packaging him for you. They are packaging him for their base.
Bernard, I'm a voter.
Oh, but the logic of the whole. If you listen to even the tweets around the outdooring, they said he has been brought to. In fact, Koy Suman tweeted. He says our base is energized. You get it. The angle of the Napo to the MPP is more to appeal to the base, and the base. What he does on stage is what they want to hear.
No, okay. Let me.
The public, you and maybe other people around who listen and are upset by the way he spoke and are angered and scandalized. That was not you are not the intended audience for that. That doesn't mean that they want to ignore you. But my point is that the main event was to get the Kumasi people to say, "Yay!"
No. See, if they did not have. If
that's the truth.
If they did not have people like us in their calculation, then that
for that
the
event,
strategy is wrong. Let me explain.
That's true. But let me explain. The event. Hold. Okay. The whole event. You see, and you need to understand how political parties work. So let me give you an example. No, of course you do. I'm just making the point.
Okay.
Mahama meets media in Kempinski Hotel. He's not there to do. That's not when to attack MPP or shout. It's a formal setting, and you are engaging the media. So you are preparing your vision. Now, let him do a rally in Medina with thousands of people. He will speak differently. So my point is that every event and what you say there. In fact, if the candidate so I'm saying that the purpose of that event was to give the base some.
Bernard, so I'm saying that.
So what you are feeling and what people are now saying is the unintended consequence of the whipping up the base.
And when you are organizing political events, you put all of that in your calculations.
Oh yeah, but
and I'm saying that the event was in two parts.
It was even
the main reason for going to
parts. Go to Otumfuo, walk in the town and do the rally.
But
that's okay.
They didn't do the work.
And they didn't do the work.
What I'm saying is that you had gone to see the big Otumfuo. He said nice things. Nana Dodanko Ekufuor.
So you are saying after the Otumfuo spoke, it shouldn't change the strategy.
Of course you can change the strategy as you go, because the reason is that look, the Otumfuo spoke nicely.
Yes, he did what he was supposed to do.
Brilliant PR chief of wisdom.
But don't forget that, you see, there's a limit to. I don't even think it should be about what the party did. This is about the man himself.
No, you see,
you have been. No, let's not put it on the. Scar, wait. You've gone to listen to the chief tell you, advise you.
Yes.
This is your first chance to speak to the public.
Yes.
Do you go and make a comment that some will? I mean, I find it almost preposterous to say that. Of course, that's his view.
Yeah.
All right, but Kwame Nkrumah, in fact, even the way he puts it, the way he put it, you see, the way he put it, it's very
it's condescending,
like, yes.
sort of.
So why it's him.
No, you see, that's why I'm saying
You know what I'm
that.
saying?
Look,
This is the man.
Bernard. You in political strategy,
Yeah.
you know the weaknesses of your candidate. You know his strengths.
But do you think he considers it the weakness?
But you see, it is not a question of what he considers. It's a question of what the people are saying and what the people handling him say.
But do you think the people who chose him think it's a weakness? Maybe they think it's a strength because they think that he should come and energize the base. And the base, you see, this is the other thing about Ghanaian political communication. Maybe they feel the base wants, hey, yo, yeah. So they give it to them. That's what the base wants.
The base,
but that's why they sing and shout, even NDC too, hey, Bahama, hey, baby. When they meet you, when they go and meet you, see, they don't do those things. But when they meet their base, they do, hey.
Let me give you a direct.
So maybe they brought him to do that.
Let me give you a direct contrast. Kennedy Japan, we all know him to be a firebrand.
Yeah.
Anytime he's on stage,
yeah,
you see fire spewing out of his belly.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But you listen to him contextually yesterday. He's a man everybody would have said he would go off on a tirade and blast everybody.
He was more,
but he was measured.
Yeah, measured.
And the counsel he gave to the party people.
Yeah.
The party is divided.
Yeah.
I know many of you, when I came here, people were not happy with me.
Yeah.
But I did it because I'm still within the MPP. So when the MPP is doing an event, I cannot say I'm not going. So please, if you say you love this party, you follow me.
So maybe
let's come together.
So maybe the running mate should have taken a cue from that. It's not the party's organizers' mistake. It's the candidate's nature. Maybe that's how he talks. That's how you are unveiling a person. There's a limit to which you can choreograph it. Sometimes you have to put people on display to just show who they
Let me give you another contrast.
That's how he talks.
Jane Nana, right?
Yeah.
The NDC organized a brilliant event at the UPSA.
Yeah.
It was a dignified event, formal event. It provided her with an opportunity to present what she wants to do with John Dramani Mahama.
Yeah.
It was a vision statement that was clearly articulated.
Because of the audience.
Hold on.
I'm cutting you for a reason. We have time.
Okay.
This is the point. NDC, in my view, they think Jane Nana is a compliment to the candidate and she's going to appeal to middle classes. So to appeal to middle classes, you don't go on a market rally and shout. What you do is you do an intellectual event, let her give a speech, put a spotlight on her, do it in that setting.
Yeah.
Now, I think
for 2 weeks or more, we were discussing the merits
of what she said. Yes. I'm saying that MPP's view is they need to whip up their base. And their base are the people, the ordinary people on the streets in Kumasi and other places. So to whip up the base, you do a rally and you attack your opponent. That's how you whip up the base. It's different from appealing to middle class. Middle class people, you appeal to them, you do a debate, you meet the press, you do take questions and things. They think their candidate Bawumia can do that. So they think that Napo is not there to do middle class crossover. I've already told you that. Yes, Hinson has told you that a strong brand repel and attract equally. So he's not there to try and bring on board floating boat. No, he's there to get the base to be energized. That's what he's doing.
In my respectful view, that's a miscalculation.
We can talk about that when we come back. But we have to even listen to the speech itself before we even get into all the discussion. Let's do this quick highlights.
Yes.
Of course, Napo is trending.
Yes.
Kwame Nkrumah is trending. What else is trending?
BC is trending.
BC is trending.
KNUST is trending.
KNUST is trending.
You know, Paluta is trending.
You know why KNUST is trending? Because they said Kwame Nkrumah was the one who built KNUST that Napo attended. So why can't you say?
Just this morning I was.
So a lot of people are angry on
other things. Also, arrogance is trending.
You see?
So and then Lamine Yamal is trending.
Charlie.
Akosombo Dam is trending.
still part of the conversation. So
it's brought to you by First Bank Ghana and Telecel. Here's what's happening this long vacation. We are giving your children the opportunity to win some money and make an impact. So from the 15th of July to the 15th of September, we engage them in valuable work experience. All you need to do is to sign up your children or your ward for the Kids First account. This is designed for children below 12, or the Me First account. This is made for teenagers from 13 to 17. You make an initial deposit of 300 cedis in the account, and you apply for the First Bank Ghana Junior Internship Program. Your child or ward will experience an exciting 5-day internship at any of our branches. So to participate in an essay writing competition and win an attractive cash prize if he or she if his or her essay is adjudged as one of the top 3 essays. So to find out more, please go to the First Bank Ghana Junior Internship Program. Call us on 0596 921 921 or email us at firstsolutions@firstbankgroup.com. First Bank Ghana, you first. Then Tech and Social is also brought to you by Telecel. You have everything you need and want: quick and reliable communication, stress-free money transactions via Telecash. Transform your big business ideas into success stories. Connect and enjoy a world of endless possibilities, because with Telecel there's no limit to connections. Telecel, connecting energies.
All right, so Nathan, we've already gone through the segment. If you can just give me one tech news in addition to what's trending.
Yes. I can tell you something. Samsung workers seem to be very, very upset this morning. Now, news that is coming from Samsung indicates that the workers are on strike over pay matters and pay issues. They've been trying to negotiate for better salaries from their superiors in the last few weeks and months, but it hasn't really gone. So we'll keep an eye on that. Samsung workers are a bit of in a dispute with their superiors.
And by the way, the proverb, according to somebody close to the situation, is actually saying tradition. The word is rival, not in-law.
Rival.
So it's rival.
Okay.
So what were you saying? Can you say it again?
That you don't, the tradition forbids you fighting
your rival.
So
maybe the person said that it's in the context of a marriage. So maybe a man has 2 wives, and tradition prevents you from fighting, but does not prevent you from eyeing her.
Okay, so
it's rival, not in-law.
Okay, well, the native speaker gave me the translation I used.
But I think it makes more sense for rival, not in-law, because your in-law is not supposed to be. You shouldn't be fighting your in-law. Why should you be eyeing your in-law? You like your in-law. You are happy with your in-law.
No, but the in-laws don't always get it right. That's
but see, the rival part.
Well, look, you and I are not native speakers. I'm sure the people who are listening to us.
But the guy said he wants you to say it in Twi. Or see, a person will cut me. Or see, will kill. I am the man. Hey, blue guy, everything right. Let me speak the Twi. He said you should say the proverb. Say he wants to. He said your kid is sweet out.
What's the proverb?
You know when Vivian speaks to you, when they do.
Muya news no brand.
It's so funny. Those guys, when we come back, please speak the tree for me. It'll be rough. So that was Tech and Social Media Trends with Nathan, with additional files from Sky. few quick announcements before we take you into the speech.
Yes.
And then we'll take your comments
Yes.
on that.
Yes, please. Specking that old car or a home makeover or relaxing beach getaway, use your ABSA card 10 times or more in a month and you could be a lucky winner in the ABSA Change Your Story promo and extra entries by using our digital channels 5 times or more. From now until the end of October, 5 lucky winners will take away 40,000 Ghana cedis each every month to change their stories. For more information, visit an ABSA branch today. This promotion is regulated by the National Lottery Authority on the Caritas Lottery platform. Your story matters. ABSA. Terms and conditions apply. Are you tired of paying exorbitant electricity bills? If so, consider investing in a top-tier solar solution from Ghana's leading solar company, Translight Solar Limited, at highly competitive prices. With Translight Solar Systems, you can reduce your electricity costs and escape doomsday permanently. Solar power is no longer just a backup for ECG, but a viable everyday energy source. Install a system from Translight Solar and enjoy uninterrupted power supply. Visit us at 98 Boundary Road, East Legon. This is between ARS and American House. You can visit our website at www.translightsolar.com or call us at 0504 249 229 or 0202 542 454 for early bird deals. Everywhere there is sunlight, there is Translight.
Now, which app allows you to transfer money at only a tiny fee using a Visa card? The answer, ExpressPay. At ExpressPay, we keep falling for you. Our prices are falling. Send 100 cedis, pay 1 cedi. 200 cedis, pay 2 cedis. For the ballers, when you send 5,000, you pay 10 cedis. So basically, any amount of 1,000 cedis, you pay 10 cedis. Download the ExpressPay app for simplified payments, 24/7 customer service, tiny fees, and a full car tank. They are partners with 9 banks: Stanbic, EcoBank, Stanchart, ABSA, FNB, Fidelity, Calfirst, Atlantic, GT Bank, Visa card holders. Remember, T's and C's apply.
All right, let's talk about ABSA's SME loans.
Yes, Bernard, it's actually about a neighbor who is very hardworking. He happens to be a baker and makes the tastiest pastries. For many years, she's always had a small shop. Now, on my way to work today, I passed by her shop and she's upgraded to deliveries. All it took was a conversation with ABSA and she got a collateral-free loan of up to 500,000 Ghana cedis with a 10% annual interest rate. This is the best on the market today, trust me. So, for budding entrepreneurs seeking the next chapter in their stories, visit any ABSA branch to speak to someone to help guide you on your journey, because at ABSA, your story matters. Now, let me tell you about the VW Ghana 40K promo. It's exciting, and we are happy to announce our 40K promo campaign. Now, for every T-Cross subcompact crossover SUV purchased, you save 40,000 Ghana cedis. For every Amarok pickup purchased, you save another 40,000 Ghana cedis. Take advantage now. Drive Ghana, drive Volkswagen. Hurry while stocks last. T's and C's apply. For more information about our range of models, Virtus, T-Cross, Tijuana Allspace, Terramount, and the Amarok pickup, call or WhatsApp VW Ghana on 025 795 6688.
All right, so this is the NPP running mate, Dr. Matthew Kopi Prempeh, speaking at yesterday's event at the Jubilee Park.
So I am able now MPP. I saw my catcher and say, "Oh, some pa, ubako wenim. Oh, some pa, ubako wenim. Oh, your task on you. Oh, your sad what you want. Oh, some pa, oh, your day, ubako wenim. There a bit of Ghana go through here, and then it does one, you know. And now the Danko Kufuadu Abba, I'm on this to a soya day, Abba. Sana na nyamiba buama do kabomi aba na wasifie papa bi enya day yatsem etienne bijira ha munyina ye kamo na do dan kwakufu ado ase no ayabi na me afa so ahia Ghana fo nyina nyefe so we papa no abobra na wo ba na wo ba no abedi wade na odi tapade na dai akona nim na na do dan kwakufu ado awo Dr. Baumia ama na Ghana fo nyina wo se bakọ ya no ho efe na ho akono ya di Ghana di ma ya dai eye ya ti MPP kroi ebi sida ya nyina ya beka bo ma bia ya adwumade afiwe am ya hye na do dan kwakufu ado ebi se odo kwa Dr. Baumia mere obeba ebi siwa MPP boda Ghana ha ya chechi Ghana abakosoma President Kufuor the call retirement. But to be said, case we say a free say Ghana from 1957. Ebekane, your president be our boy Ghana China and Ado Dan Kufuor. Me say a free 1957. Bekane, mo form Kwame Nkrumah no, mo form Obia di wa di mampanya. Wo bo Ghana ho ban, e di Ghana kola nim China and Ado Dan Kufuor. Me can say, ya the Jawa, near the Oswald. Ya the Jano, of first why ye mania kono. It's in Nigeria, Yamba de see 2008 to the BCBO. Chama would be kind of make us so. The Abaya fair, the Abaya Nimonyam, Sanana Dubako, Adako, whatever. Not 7 January. What's so on one in your trouble of your son? Nene de yeba and my dad to tell you it was a juma papa no Dr. Obiababa is Shabuma na Ghana day according him Mesuya Babunu we are branch now ha Oda Chinti to my Dr. Baumia Mese Oda Chinti ready Oda Chinti yai Muntia Samba Cope Enra Yakodanya Nia England, English abroche. Padiba ko be dis no fa de Tony Blair. Fufu aba de fa de Kestama. Tony Blair say Kestama. Afutu aba ko be nam di ma. Digitization na do wiase no. But who mo dey say Obama England for national ID card. Mo yo, aba da English abroche, aba national ID card. And now the da kwaku for do. Ni Dr. Baumia ya wada national ID card. And I want to be and the Biania brochure bio. And the Biania brochure bio. Ghana has a be a day, a biwaha. Now the ordinary man and the Biania simple why Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. And I never buy a massive theatre. Now not that cock for Drakasa. Dr. Baumia Kasa. Dr. Napo Chechim. And then no credit. And then no credit. Send them so Ghana. Eh, Bob there, ye do my CSA. Yeah, do my CS. What's about being a Kanya Duma? And you say a Padiana prep, so be the no. Yes, ye do my day. So what's your Santimama? And fear Johnny, Kanya better than this time, Meboa. And tell them no be free about Tabaka, you say, you do. Nana did not call for so. I did be a man your Samu, Alberia Sida, the Baganaha, or Pianto. School structures I see, school do I see, school buildings I see, a bit to a Nakufuado, or Pianto and Nakufuado. In fact, you have few, and Konako Trump is here, no mutua, as I'm free, and I do not call for headache, watch him. Now was here, your problem so much school fees, and Nakufuado headache. Ono kwani president wa boss na so bossy hospital baku 111 umpa we na pe die na so problem na the guard akora di ba on for that to be on me die mu na hwan na ade na ba yan kwachiro na mutie obia odim motia moko he na draw motia na nine hwe na chi bebu a and so I call him. What's the night? Hey, as you call him, Miss Samu, and then Baby, me one day. Someone near Nabo. Mr. Day. Mr. Day. One year Naba. One year Naba. One year Naba. Someone coming home and said, Dr. Bao. And then I now go for do any monoma. Every day and coming. It's Yabasum. Yabere. Yabasum. Yabere. Yabere. Yabakofiafiam. Yabakofiafiam. I could send another for doing the Mapo. I'm a Dr. Baumia and then Dr. Baumia up to the Vajaka said, Yan Twabaman. Young person with 10% was charged with you. Which year, President Minister Cows, the idea of fear. Yes, the idea of fear. Idea of fear. It's here 85%. Young person 75 in the bureau. We see her per day. 85%. We see her per day. 85%. Outside the middle 85 no. And then pay for the man master there. Obia wa MPP mu. I was in fear watching. Obia the bonnet. Obia Cassetiano. The BBS sinti on TV dano. One case of straight chain yada. Or searching yada. I say, Odu Mammy Mammy Runako, as soon as you in my wine call, Abonti Suni and Fankudi. Obia wa MPP. Ah, the Kumenti. Bibi Hano said the Bibi Kalajapo Becayano on Fanchering. Yamin Shadi Pakro, no some refume who said, I call no yade, your colony. Nan Kabomuna in Iba Kabomu, then you had your Kojinim, Naya day, Abba. More beyond Santibem, Ekasa, BBSC, BBSC, the ever seen Dr. Baumia and the Dr. Napa, who will dig first on crank and him, no one didn't have to cook for it. The war. Naya Bayas, so Mimia was Santimema. Now I to a baby. Now Yakopo Ama show about for better in the park. I continue to my MPP. Now MPP 90%. No call for any able say, now to be mobile. Obia, sorry, Waka. Obia, Yade. Obia, Yade. Obia, Yade. Another school for another Mude. A baby, my, and your school word you must have rather than cook for the Dr. Bavia. Besadai, a baby, and my. Nanu Yako, Kwasi Jom, man for the United Shire. Obviously, I just cry in Mako school day. Yayafi, Mako says, and fear 9 the kind near the Sumu. John Mama and fear 9 near the Sumu. Nanadu, Stan Kwaku Kwadu, fear 9 Yadadim. Nasa Mako school. No more call it free. Omuko school, Omu did it free. Or being senior, Oko school did it. School fees, the HR, school attire, the shadow, textbooks, the mano. Hey, and child crowd, because I talk a crowd, teacher on this card, the chalk a bench trandy. And I chalk a boo. And you are there, school, I was able to actually go for no movie school for the other. I buy the channel that could afford one. It's a Samu. You're free hair coy. And you are doing your coy, and the ambassador that's you. Mama said, my politics here. But say that the ambassador be bad. So what test con now what test con now was antibema. I buy a bomb of future. I know bye MPP. Obi buy. Okacha say when John Nelson and teacher training allowance. Ya pekra ya ko shipu. Me and Twaba no man no be boa. Ya Twaba ma now ko shipu a. And then the say sama. I just say Obi aba wan yu nuaba. Obi aba wan yu nuaba. Wa ene basabasa. One na ango. Nyame bo na be ma foforo be fa no. No ni na wo. No body prayer. Afọ no obo kokoko. O say bra kosia. Me yo. Oba yo ya kwa yo. Sabo be yo ya kwa yo. Oba yo ya kwa yo. Eba grow sam ni edi no. Ya mediocre. Ya nya be roni sleep. Ya mediocre. Ya ba come NDC for what say. And no who do ma share. Politics na dey. And see. Say Jimia and any day. Say Rafia and day. Ya Rafia and day. Yamisham.
Never been na say you from when you dey born. Ghana memo ye bu ye na ye pe controlling central nature.
8:39. A lot of comments on Napo. And it's funny, he said it twice. Initially, he said that since 1957, since Ghana started, no president has achieved or brought Ghana development compared to Nana Addo. Then at the end, he also repeated it and said, since 1957, no president has done what Akufo-Addo has done in education. Okay. And it is just, for me, this is what I'll say. He was speaking to his base, but still, for me, this is you will get a lot of such things because he how do I put it? He will not, like this morning. If you call him on a radio station, he will defend what he said, even though we all know it's not true.
Bernard,
you get me? There's no way you can tell me that Akufo-Addo's achievement surpass all our presidents.
You see, it's an opinion he expressed.
Yes.
He's entitled to that opinion, but the facts don't support it
at all.
But you see, even inherent in that, it's a certain attempt to elevate Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo over John Kufuor. There's also a debate out there
over everybody.
No, I understand that, but you see, you are speaking. Let's go with your theory, which I admitted to earlier. That look, maybe they wanted to speak to their base, so you put your people together there, and you are talking to them. About half, or at least nearly half of the people there would have had something to do with John Kufuor previously, because he ruled this country, or he served this country for 8 years. You understand? He is from the Ashanti region. He is also a royal to a large extent. So if the idea is to whip up the base, I don't think, with the greatest respect, the way to go about it is to say something that indicts even John Kufuor, a person regarded by many as easily the most successful ever member of the Dankwa Buzi Adomo tradition, regardless of what you may feel about Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's reign. So even if the wisdom is, let's speak to the base of the party, an off-the-cuff statement to the extent that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is the best thing to have happened to the Republic of Ghana since the creation of the Republic, clearly alienates some people.
It also reveals the thinking of the people around the table, maybe the people there, because it's, as I say, it's a party event. It's Akufo-Addo is there. This is probably his last big MPP event as a former president, where he will become, because going forward is going to be Napo and Bawumia through. Akufo-Addo may still campaign. We don't even know if he will be actively involved in the campaign.
He said his bit yesterday. Nana Addo said his bit. He said.
No, what I'm saying, I'm saying, I don't even know if, because when you listen to some of the things Bawumia's people say, what Bawumia says, it's not everything Akufo-Addo does that they are happy to associate with. Yeah. Which is why they said Woman Mistiano. You get me? So, and which is quite interesting, because if in a sense you want the steer, the running mate doesn't become that significant. So there's a lot of things going on. But I'm just saying that the whole statement yesterday, it's typical. I don't think anybody who knows Napo should be surprised that he said that. Not necessarily because that's how he talks. I mean, at the point I listened to him. Look, you listen to the interview with the guy on the Doomsword. He said the same. He said it's not out of character. It's not out of character. So me, I don't even think it's about.
But I don't think
it's about a strategic mistake of any MPP, anything. And I'm not saying that what he said, the base will necessarily like it. Everything he said. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that the base agrees with everything he said. But what I'm saying is that he was in character.
The base includes former President John Kufuor, those who served under him, and those who still believe that he's the best thing to have happened to the MPP as a party, and then the Republic of Ghana. There are people like that. And if you go to the Ashanti region, you'll find them. You need those people to campaign, to go out there, to reach out to people, invite them into the scheme of things, and say that, oh, we need you to tell people that the MPP has the best way forward to drive Ghana in a certain direction.
So you think that,
but when
that statement will hit them wrongly?
He said it without most likely thinking of the implications. You could have said what anything you want to say about praising Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
But you don't need to put it in that
without creating the impression as though.
And it's even interesting because when you listen to him, he actually stopped himself, because he said, You know, if you listen to the
say exactly what he said.
No, or say no, I'm saying I wanted to even add other names and you stop. If you listen to said,
well, I mean, let's not add added.
No, I'm not saying. You know, I'm saying that this wasn't a written speech. So he said what he wanted to say, and you could tell that he clipped his mouth because he was going to mention other names.
Yes, that's right.
That's the impression I get.
Yes, that which is true.
Yes.
But the point I'm making is that look, we know the history of the MPP and the CPP. We know the history. The history of the UP tradition and Nana Ado, what do you call it?
Yeah, the UP tradition.
President Nkrumah. We know that. But you see, there are statements which, when you make, the implications are dire. They either raise people in support of you or they raise people against you. And I'm saying, they alienate people. I'm saying that, first of all, the facts don't support the claim that Nana Ado Dankwa Akufo-Addo is the best president we have had since independence. The facts don't support it. It may be an opinion you express which you are entitled to, but on the facts, they are not supported. If you fact check it, it is not supported. The second point which I make strongly is that the MPP needs the people who support John Kufuor and the people who support Nana Ado Dankwa Akufo-Addo. The people who support Bawumia, the people who support Napo, the people who support Kennedy Ejapong, the people who support, what do you call it, Muntumi, the Ashanti region, all the people who matter in the MPP, the people who follow them, the people who carry water, all those people are needed if they are to prosecute a winning campaign. Outside the MPP, there are people who we call floating voters. They find themselves in the middle. They look at the situation, the people on the ballot, the people surrounding and prosecuting the campaign, and they make a decision based on what they believe is in the true interest of they themselves and the country. In my respectful view, which view I expressed earlier,
it was a faux pas.
I do not think that how they outdoor the running mate yesterday, that's great service. That's great service to the ticket.
No,
in my
okay,
respectful view.
So final point to you before I go. Assuming he had not made the Nkrumah reference, would you have said that they shouldn't have organized the event in the sequence they organized it? Because apart from the Nkrumah reference, which annoyed people, it was a normal outdooring. Most of the things that were said on the stage, when you are addressing your party supporters, that's what all politicians say. They talk about what they've achieved. They talk about their. Or in fact, the politician will basically target his opponent, and so Mahama hasn't done anything. They also so it's basically. So I think it was the Nkrumah thing that.
You see, that's just one. The other is the context of the outdooring.
Right.
The context is either people are overplaying it, or people are manufacturing it, or people are just using it for mischief. We all know the Member of Parliament for Mensah South. We know him to be a strong character. He speaks his mind as he wants to say it, without shying away from the consequences. But you see, those have implications for your following and the people who think that, oh, let's vote for you or let's vote against you. Now, if everybody, the last 2 weeks or so since the news came that he's been made the running mate, you go everywhere, everybody is saying, oh, this person is arrogant, and the party is having to defend that. I'm saying that it is not, in my respectful view, in the strategic interest of the party to go and put him on a truly partisan platform, a rally kind, so that he speaks off the cuff. Even if you are going to allow him to speak to a rally, script it, compel him.
For what purpose?
The reason is what I've just given you two examples.
We want to, you see, this is what has brought us where we are.
Hold on.
No, let me count. We want to see people for who they are.
Which is true.
So let them demonstrate who they are.
But you see, the game of politics is not all about seeing the person for who he is.
The game of politics is just to help us to get governance to run our lives.
No, it's also about
politics. No, I'm not. You see, what I'm saying is that you see, we also have said that the way our politics is done affects the way we are governed. So let me give you an example which is not related. We speak about how politics is financed. One of the reasons why we don't get good governance is that bad money enters politics, and once somebody comes in and a person is encumbered, it affects governance. So we the way politics is done is part of the way we should see governance. If for example party finance is not tackled, you cannot have good governance. Because if I come and I owe everybody, so you understand. So politics is not a game that is played in isolation of governance. So if we are asking for truth, let us see the man for who he is.
No.
Let's not overcurate it, and that does not downplay marketing.
Yes, that's exactly
marketing
the point
communication
I'm
is there.
Uh-huh.
But this is a candidate who is a running mate for the whole country.
Yes.
So, script for what purpose?
Bernard, you see,
it's a rally. It's not a speech at UPSA.
No, you see,
it's
you
a rally.
Bernard,
let us see him for who he is. Those who like him will vote for him. Those who don't like him will not vote. We prefer that than to say, oh, write some speech and come and read it. So do you prefer him to come and say, okay, today, since they are adoring me, I want to just stay guarded. Let me not talk.
No, you see, you don't need to say that.
Yeah, so no.
You come, you first of all thank the good people of Mensha South. You thank the people who served with you at the Ministry of Energy, the Ministry of Education.
Yeah.
You thank your colleagues in Parliament,
yes,
and all of that.
Yes.
You thank President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo for the opportunity to serve in your government and reposing the faith in you again to bring you to the Ministry of Energy.
Yeah.
Then you thank, of course, the role of the Otumfuo, the role he played, and all of that. The people of Ashanti who's been behind you, the good people of Ghana. Yeah. Then you thank Dr. Baumia for the faith that he's reposed in you, and then you thank the national leadership of the party for endorsing you unanimously and blah 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 blah. Then you go on to speak to people who may have been disgruntled whatsoever by the so-called race. Strictly speaking, it's not a race for running mate. The candidate decides who he wants to propose. He takes that there. When the party leadership approves it, that is what it is.
That's an interesting point. It would be nice to even make reference to some of those.
Exactly. So you bring all of those people together nicely. Then you now set out. People have said all kinds of things about you. You now set out to list at the Ministry of Education. You did so many fantastic things. At the Ministry of Energy, you did so many fantastic.
All of this is hindsight.
But
what you are saying is hindsight because normally when you adore a candidate, you want him to speak to as many people as possible.
Yes.
Normally.
Yes.
It's only because of the faux pas that we are even talking about the flow. I want us to go beyond that and talk about the calculation of MPP. This is my thinking.
Let me just finish what I'm saying. So that if we had that opportunity, he would have told us his achievements. He would have told us his lessons, the lessons he's made, he's learned, the mistakes he's made, and what he hopes to do with the position.
Just like the statement he released when he was announced.
Yeah, that was a test statement which did not address any of these things. So that we would have seen him in an entirely different light, in an entirely different setting. Better, because regardless of how you look at it, we are electing a vice president.
Yeah, fine. I want to bring some other angle to the discussion. So I'm going to make a proposition. My proposition is that NPP's calculation is that their flag bearer is good enough to deal with floating voters and middle class voters. So they need a running mate.
That's their calculation.
This is my view, that they need a running mate who will whip up their base. Okay. So the calculation is that even if our running mate may repel floating voters, we can compensate for that by the way we deploy our flag bearer. So let's get our running mate to do the work he's supposed to do by energizing the base. That's his mandate.
Okay.
Now I'm sure they know that if you leave him unhinged, some of his statements will turn off and annoy floating voters and supposed undecided. But the political parties in Ghana, when you talk to them, NDC and they really think that group is very small. They believe that the people in Ghana are mostly either MPP or NDC. That's what they believe. So they think the floating voters are not many. So when they have to make a bet between their base and the so-called floating voters, they usually choose their base. So their calculation is that even if it repels the middle class radio station listening Accra people talking plenty English, the Kumasi people will be excited. They may not have factored in the Kufuor angle you brought. Right? But I'm saying that it's a numbers game that the politicians play. And in that numbers game, they know that they will lose some. Do you get it? They know that they will lose some. So I don't think they expect that he will say everything that will make everybody happy. Fine, they may not have asked him to say what he said, But they know the nature of the guy, that he will say things that will annoy some people. But to the extent that two things are achieved, how do you energize your base? You attack your opponent and then you remind them of the fact that you are better.
Kufo is not an opponent.
He didn't attack Kufo.
No, inadvertently.
Well, I don't know. For me, I don't think it's a Kufo attack. It's not. If this is more to say, look, you know, I'll tell you something. MPP had it easier in Ashanti when Rawlings was on the ticket, in a sense that you always need an opponent to use to energize your base. So, because of the general perception about Rawlings when he was in power, when from 1960, when they are campaigning, they say, Rawlings, we have to. That's why they said Mills was a Rawlings poodle, so that the Rawlings continuation. So you see, so it's more the message for the base is not the message for the middle class or the others. So you can't tell the middle class that, look, we have men to manage, but when it comes to the base, they are playing to the base's fears around. So it's like they will say, look, you are threatened by this guy. Mahama is coming. That's why I gave the proverb about, a woman has married your sister, a man has married your sister, he didn't treat her well. You got a new man for the guy, and now that things are going well, the guy wants to come back. So this is political communication, and this is not to say that they plan that he will say such a thing. But in the long scheme of things, they are like, you know what? Napo's job is not to convince Richard Sky to vote for MPP. Or yes, Napo's job is to make sure, and I use that as an example, is to get the base
energized.
That's the word they use. He said 85%. That's what he said. And Sky, you've covered elections in Ghana for a long time. When parties meet their base, the things they say don't make sense to you. On both sides, when they do the rally in their base and they are screaming and shouting and dancing, do you listen to that to vote? Because you don't belong to any party's base. So if you want to analyze what we are saying, social media, people are angry, that may have been factored into the calculation that those people are not their work. That's not Napo's work.
Okay.
That's not Napo's work. So he's goofed and has annoyed people, probably created more enemies for Bawumia than Bawumia would have wanted. But they will do the plus or minus thing and say, well, at the end of the day, if he manages to deliver the numbers you want in Ashanti, he's done what you want. I don't know whether I'm making sense to you, gentlemen.
I get the explanation, and I kind of understand that political parties will make that calculation. But I feel that they err slightly in thinking that, for example, if you look at the president's 6 million and whatever votes he got 4 years ago, are we saying that the MPP thinks all that 6 million came from blue-eyed MPP people? Is that so? If your theory, if you want to test that theory, then you are saying that the thinking of the MPP is that the 6 million plus people who voted for Nana Akufo-Addo 4 years ago, all those 6 million people are all MPP people.
No, the thinking of the MPP and the NDC is that the 6 million and change that they each got, about 40% of those will be dependable MPP NDC. So their calculation is that at least 40% of the so they think that 12 million people voted. 80% of those voters have made their mind made up on both sides. That's how they see it.
Okay.
So they would say that yes, about 80% of that 6 million they believe is their core voters. That's what NDC will say.
No problem. So I don't know if that's true. The fight is over the middle. That's it could be or could not be true. But I think
because don't forget they separate between party members, sympathizers. So they have party members who are card carrying. Then they have loyalists who are not card carriers but they are loyal. Then there are sympathizers who prefer. Then there are people who make choices based on the economy. They think that, of course, party members registered. If you register all the political party members, maybe they won't be up to 1 million. So maybe whatever 100,000 foot soldiers and all those people. Then the loyalists, based on ethnicity, wherever they are from, whatever history. Then sympathizers. So generally, the thing is that the sympathizers of an incumbent, when things are not going well, either stay away from the vote or don't campaign. Do you get it? I'll give another example. NDC 2016, when they did the registration of members and expanded electoral college, one of the reasons the Kwesi Botwe report was not put out was that they felt that their loyalists and hardcore followers felt by expanding the electoral college, they were losing out. And so they didn't go out to campaign. So they believe, that's why when you ask them, will you open the electoral? They said they won't do it because they felt like the key guys who go and campaign for them as their loyalists and card carrying members were not included. So their base stayed away. So the turnout reduced. So their calculations that they lost the election. That's why nobody wants to touch the issue of expanding that thing in NDC. So in the way they calculate it, if the loyalists come out in their numbers and the sympathizers are energized to campaign, then the middle class, which they calculate to be 15%, that one will use other means to get them. You see where I'm coming from?
But I'm just saying that, okay, so assuming that is the plan, if that really is the plan, to get the people in the middle who have not decided, yesterday was a pathetic way of, come on, Bernard. If you hadn't made a decision to vote and you listen to Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh speak, I think you'd be very put off.
As a floating voter.
Yes. And
but maybe we should ask the party loyalists whether they like what he did.
Well,
so as a floating voter or as an undecided or as somebody who
I would be robbed. I was robbed
if you go online and you look at what platforms discuss, okay, so maybe look at the character of people who talk about it. There are some people who know him and are from the party who may say, that's his opinion. What has he said that we haven't said before? Do you get it? So the point we need to understand is that the politicians, the way they see the effect of their message is not how you see it. Because what they want to achieve with what they are doing may not be what you may be thinking.
You see, that's why they win and lose elections.
Yeah.
See, I'm not a politician. And, the views I take are not informed by the fact that I have a partisan or political interest.
Yeah.
It is because I have evaluated the matter in the round.
Okay.
And I have spoken also to enough people to know that this thing has not achieved, and including people from within the MPP. And I come to the conclusion that this ought not have been the way. Of course, granted, they wanted to speak to the base of it, but that's fair. But you see, core voters alone, core loyalists alone,
will not
decide that you win an election.
But you see, you are not getting me.
No, I understand.
They are not saying that they won't call voters alone.
Yeah,
I'm saying that they brought the running mate to
whip them up. Yes.
For example,
but Bernard, the event was broadcast nationally. What? Even though you may be speaking to your base, it's on a national platform that every eye in Ghana will watch. Now you do that in hopes that, in addition to your base, you get a few numbers. I could be wrong or right, but I'm saying that just observing, seeing whatever it is that happened yesterday, the way and manner, the speech and everything, I don't think if the calculation was that let's get a few more people to go with us from the middle, I don't think they would have won a lot of people on that score.
I don't think they were looking for bringing people in that.
Okay, so it's about energizing the base.
Event, choosing Ashanti region, getting
that, and the significance was huge. It was very deliberate.
It was. I mean, look, time will tell. Okay, we are all just analyzing. So I'm not even saying that I'm right. Okay, I just feel like time will tell the effect. We are still measuring the effect of what was said. We've seen, for example, today, Kwame Nkrumah is trending, KNUST is trending, Osajifo is trending, an unintended consequence. These are nobody is a master of the public mood to know. So all of us are just, even the best political strategists cannot tell the effect of some things. They can only guess. You get it? So let's give it a few days and see how it goes and see how it's deployed. This is why we kept asking, how will it be deployed? Because again, when you choose a running mate, you deploy them based on their strength. You look at Jenna, now they put a UPSA, formal setting. All right, she didn't put her in a rally because she cannot whip up any. She doesn't have that. Do you understand? She's more like, let's give her the lecture kind of thing. Yeah, that's what they did. Maumia and Akufo-Addo, lecture, economy. That's his strength. Yeah. His initial strength was not a big rally. He had to grow into it. You get it? So that's the way it works. You have to decide. And I think they hadn't even fully figured it out, because when you remember when Selom asked Samir, because I'm not going to tell you the strategy now. We'll tell you when we are ready. So it's a complicated situation. So we just have to wait and see what the situation is. It's 4 minutes past now. Let's read some comments and see.
Bernard, okay, I will skip this message for now. Bernard, it's not what he said, it's how he said it that's the problem. Kwame Nkrumah numpo, even your Kwame Nkrumah mpo, shaking my head. Just few minutes after he was advised by the Asante Hineo. This is promised from Malam, #CitiCBS. From Silo Laboni. Bernard, I'm being honest with you. I feel that Kwame Nkrumah's legacy has been disrespected, and this is unacceptable. Just imagine how he casually mentioned his name without any reverence. It's astonishing. My God, help us all. By the way, I drove past Salisbury Laboni, and it seems they've taken over the entire area. I don't get that point. Okay, good morning, Bernard and team. Napo's comments that Nanado's governance is better than even Osagyefo's is the most hypocritical political comment ever. If Nanado's governance is the best, why is Dr. Baumia not campaigning on that legacy? Hypocritical, folks, you say.
Patrick from where?
As a Gorno-Kofa.
This guy doesn't know that place.
It's here to reflect on Sky's map. Good morning, City. In my personal view, what Napo did yesterday was a total disgrace and shame. Robert from Dodowa. City CBS, please, I want to know why Napo was making reference to dwarfs. What exactly was the dwarf analogy for?
I don't understand, Chief, but what I understood him say was that even if a dwarf's feet face backward, he walks forward.
Yeah.
I think that's what he was trying
that's
to
the kind
say.
of thing I
Maybe
got to.
if we still are challenged as a country, or we have serious
We
challenges,
should still make progress. Shouldn't go back. I think that's what he was
most likely that's what he wants.
There's a lot of proverbs.
Bernard, I am scandalized by what Napo said yesterday during his outdooring. Napo was totally out of order, and sorry to say that he has lost touch with reality. His comments on education, health, agriculture, energy, employment, etc. were all false. The NPP has really lost the economy debate. Jonathan from Gan West. Napo's speech about Kwame Nkrumah was unfortunate, but I honestly think it is planned out. It had to happen, and they rolled it out perfectly. About Nkrumah, it is also true to objectively compare any administration to his, and any government for that matter. My issue is with how he said Kwame Nkrumah numpo. That's ridiculous, by the way. Justice from Kaswa sent her through. Otumfo gave a nice speech, and was acted as a father and overlord, only for Napo to ruin it a few moments later. That Napo will be the sword that will stab its own. The NPP government, Ghanaians must vote them out because they have no good plan for the nation. Even Otumfo knows this. Maloy from Accra. Good morning, Bernard and team. The Vice President, Dr. Baumia, and Napo passed unfortunate comments yesterday. How on earth could Dr. Baumia say he's the best vice president since independence, and Napo claimed that President Akufo-Addo is the best president since independence? I now understand why, even in this unprecedented economic mess, the NPP thinks Ghanaians will vote for them to continue the mess. I won't say anything further. Time will tell. Jonathan. Okay, Jonathan again.
Clear University has come into the picture.
Yeah.
Comments. What are your comments? Mrs. Sky says that the flow of the program after Nana speaks, as in the Otumfo speaks, it should end because Otumfo had.
That's on TV. That's on television. Not when you're on the ground.
That's what I said. That once the man.
I mean, because
you can't change the program.
The two events happen at different venues. So. When you are watching with the logic that the context, I can get that. It's not. I mean, if you are Dankwa Buzia extraction, you are not going to praise Nkrumah, but whatever it is, it has to be factual and within context. So I think that yes, Napo, it's his reference to Nkrumah will rub people the wrong way in the manner he did it. Going forward, I don't think he will repeat a thing like this, because even the facts can be contested. Kwame Nkrumah started free education, opened up schooling in 1952, so we can go on and on. even his accelerated education program that gave birth to KNUST, Opokuwari Secondary School, and the rest. So there are lots to say.
So you can deal with it on the education side, on every side.
So what I'm saying is that it's just the euphoria and excitement in political rallies. And I think that, again, politicians have gotten away with these kinds of comments over the years. But again, would politicians have to wake up to the reality that things have changed and information exchanges have become real time? When you speak, we are not waiting for GBC to announce and then Graphic to publish it. Once you speak, it's there and people are reacting real time.
They put out there.
You understand? I mean, I even saw one incidental a video from Channel 1 TV that somebody cut when Napo was sacking somebody, like somebody who was trying to cross and he was sacking. And the person has cut the thing and said, "You see your arrogance, why are you sacking the person?"
Even walking to the
stage. So I think, again, the reality, it should be real to politicians that times have changed. That anything you say, whether well meant or not, will be put to test by the social commentators. It's just how it is, and they don't even need to be known. People will comment on it anyway, and so it should just guide you how you go about it. But I just think that, again, it's early days yet to do a rounded judgment of what he can bring to the table. Per calculation, look, I had a book. I can't find it, but it says that in Ghana and most African countries, 40% of the voters would never change their minds. Of the party's voters. That's the core, which are the loyalists. They will not change. There's another 30% who are the sympathizers. So when political parties go to war,
so if a party is 100,
yes,
there are 40 who will not change.
That will remain. Whether even if the flag bearer is no more, they will still vote.
Then there's the 30 is the sympathizers.
30, that's the sympathizers.
And then
so the whole battle is about a certain 30% that they have to deal with.
So 40, 30, 30.
Yes, there's a certain 30% that all
of
the
their
campaign,
voters. So the 6 million they got.
Yes.
40
of the universe of
that 6 million
potential.
They got.
Yes.
It's people who will not change.
Yes.
30 are people who prefer them as sympathizers, and then 30 are middle people who came to them.
So all your effort, you are just addressing a certain potential 30%.
I have a question, but the 30% who are sympathizers, do political parties get concerned that a percentage of that
they get concerned about each of the voting blocks, or including the 40, because you see, the first 40, what can happen to them is apathy.
So they will not vote for your opponent.
Yes,
but they
will
decide
to vote.
Or they won't go and campaign.
They won't campaign.
So the 40 campaign.
Yes.
The sympathizers 30, are the ones who vote because they prefer you.
Yeah, they prefer like you, and
But they won't come and go to your rally person.
No.
But in the office, they are watching your show. When it's news and you come, they watch.
Exactly.
But when the opponent comes, they put up the TV. But they won't go to your rally. Then the 30 are the people who are like, Charlie, these people are not serious.
We want to, that's why in Ghana, when they say let's do debates, it's so inconsequential because not many people are going to take a decision based on a debate. But they've made up their minds. No, I said not many people.
In the US, they have the similar breakdown, but it's
you see, because US is a constitutional requirement.
Okay.
You see, it's a constitutional requirement.
It's a convention.
It's not even a convention because people choose to do or not.
I didn't know US was a constitutional requirement.
Even in Ghana, we don't even have who's supposed to organize the thing. So we are still getting there. Look at Kenya. What happened in Kenya? The average person on the street in Kenya is more educated than the average person on the street in Ghana.
Yeah,
you understand, and the way they process some of these things is at a higher level. I'm saying, what happened in Kenya? If it had happened in Ghana, would have had more casualties. Maybe it wouldn't have ended after the number of days. You understand? Because there are too many interconnected elements that are unresolved, and at times the way people process it is we don't have too much information to process some of these things. you have a political party that makes a calculation that we have somebody of northern extraction as the candidate, and this is the first time ever we are doing that. True?
True.
And then they come and say, well, but this party has been cultured over the years as an Akan party, if you like. Okay? So, there's a 40% core who can be found there. Somebody has to energize them, which will now lead to the choice of the candidates. Now, it had to be an Ashanti person.
I think that was non-negotiable.
Exactly. Now the person comes in, and the first platform that is given to the person is given at a political rally in his own turf. So the expression of his energy is, look, let me whip interest and sentiments against our perceived opponents.
Right.
So he listed some of the things, I think what has gone bad is the way he referred to the Kwame Nkrumah thing.
Yeah.
Truth is that I do not think that Nana Akufo-Addo himself will refer to Kwame Nkrumah in this manner.
Serious.
Bawumia will not refer to Kwame Nkrumah in this manner. So I think that going forward, the running mate should pick some of these things and be able to understand the sensibilities of Ghanaians when you want to seek their endorsement in the running meeting. Because previously, while you were a medical practitioner, private citizen, you became
member of parliament,
you became a minister. To some extent, you are your own man. But the moment you put yourself out as running mate, things do change, and things indeed have changed. People are going to judge everything you do, some within context, some out of context. So that reality he has to understand, and the party as a whole will have to understand this.
Wonderful. Let me read a few comments before we wrap this segment. Someone said when NPP leaders are speaking, they always believe they are speaking to NDC only. When NDC leaders are speaking, they believe they are speaking to MPP. They both fail to speak to Ghanaians. Well, maybe they are working with the 40-30-30. So they think that they have to address the 30 or the 40. That's an interesting one.
Lots of messages, actually.
Bernard, if Napo is the one to whip up the base, why then is he making statements that may alienate Kufuor supporters, especially at a time when it is thought that some of them are angry with Anado for the lack of development and certain diminished clout of Asante's during Anado era? Well, that's a comment coming in. All right. It's 9:17. More comments coming in. We'll get to them soon. But mark your awards. Mark your calendars for the 2024 Ghana International Product Awards. It's Friday, 19 July. Mevimic Ambassador Hotel. Celebrate Ghana's finest in products, manufacturing, distribution, retail, importing and exporting. This event is your go-to guide for excellence, hosted by the KN Unique Communications, a subsidiary of KN Communications Group. Don't miss out on witnessing the best in the industry. For more information, go to GIPA or gipawards.com or call 0303 979996. And here's exciting news. There's a new chocolate beverage on the market from producers of Cowbell. Let's talk about Twisco, a chocolate food drink with a blend of premium cocoa powder and rich with NF4, which is energy boosting minerals and fortification of vitamins B, C, D, and more. Twisco is available in 20 grams and can be found at your nearest neighborhood store for only 1 cedi 80 pesos. You can't even get cake for 1 cedi 80 pesos, but I can get Twisco. You can't get cake for 1 cedi. You can't get your cake for 1 cedi 80 pesos. You can get Twisco. 1 cedi 80 pesos cannot buy you any food, but Twisco, put it in a mug, mix water with Charlie, you are gone. There's milk inside already, you go. So it's basically boiled water, add some milk, What can you buy 1 cedi 80 pesos in Ghana?
Maybe Twisco.
Twisco.
You get.
Really? No. Egg is 3 cedis.
Buy you
3 cedis.
Pure water. Buy you live in Ghana. No.
Egg is 3 cedi 50.
Egg is more than the kenke stuff is now. There's even 7 cedi kenke now. Wow. Yeah, the nice yellow,
the heavy one.
Kenke. 7 cedi kenke. Beautiful. So now if you want to eat kenke and you don't get fish for 3 cedis.
The one we make glomonu.
So you won't get fish for 3 cedis. So if you get kenke 7 cedis.
No, 3 cedis.
That means that's 10 cedis just kenke and water.
In some places you will get kenke for 3 cedis, but it's not a big ball.
Kenke is 7 cedis.
Oh yes, kenke 7 cedis.
Most places. Okay, look, let me explain. Kenke is not 7 cedis alone. So there are 7, 6, 5.
Yeah, but they sell kenke one ball for 7 cedis.
Yes. Wow. Plenty places.
I've been buying my own for 5
cedis.
5 cedis is like the average.
But you know it's big.
But you don't eat a lot.
No, Gamashi.
No, you don't eat. If Thomas and his people are eating. If like Thomas and the technicians are eating kenke.
Wow.
You can't stand them. You can't
7 cedis, but that's
it's everywhere. Tough. No. It's not just Osu. I've seen Jowulu.
Osu is 5 cedis.
La Paz. No, there's also 7.
Yesterday I bought kenke from Osu for 5 cedis. Well, I asked.
Did you ask them
5 cedis? No, I just asked how. 5
What
cedis.
was the size?
Oh, it's big. It's big. It's big. You see the Osu ringway when you are where they do the nkati by the roadside. Some kenke woman be there. The kenke be tough, you know.
But Papa,
their kenke is tough.
There's 7 cedi kenke. There's 7 cedi kenke in many places.
Baby, maximum maxi kenke.
No, there's 7 cedi kenke everywhere.
Or kenke pro max.
Kenke macho.
Kenke macho.
That granite thing, it's been there for over 30 years.
The one near the cemetery there.
No.
Yeah, near the
yes, not a small
the Royal Cemetery.
Yeah, the Royal Cemetery.
Yes.
Summons, that thing, is it the same family that does?
Yeah, the woman has been there. She will be looking at you.
It's so neat.
Yes.
Neat.
And they don't brand it.
Yeah.
So like, I think there was a time when you are going to secondary school and go and buy some. Now a lot of the shopping centers are trying to do it, but her own is special. Because in Katia, when you roast it with, I think you used to roast it with sand.
Charlie. That's our Aprotex.
Charlie. But is that thing healthy?
It cannot be healthy. But Charlie, you're dear bread.
Because right now, no, you can't roast groundnut with sand.
Sand though, white sand.
Charlie.
So whatever will be.
Well, I mean, you know that it will expose you to something, but we still enjoyed it.
Sky, particularly in these
but
days.
But it made the groundnut nice.
Sky, in these days of what they are doing at the Collier. We have to ban. You know,
they hit the team properly.
Sky, no.
Charlie.
There are some things we used to do which we have to stop. Frying granite with sand is not good. It's not good. It's
Charlie, but this kenke 7 cedis.
Are you the shop?
I'm surprised.
You the same people to buy. They
no, I buy myself.
Oh, they see.
You forgot that I even go to Agbobusi market myself.
But you know the chop.
Well, you know, but out of curiosity, I do this.
If you like,
7 cedis.
Listeners, give me 5 places you can buy kenke for 7 cedis. You get like 1,000. 7 cedis.
Well, you know, I don't go to where probably they are going, but where I go, 4 and 5, it's the normal.
I hear they now fry it with gari, the groundnut.
Oh, okay.
Then they are destroying
instead
the gari.
It's the gari I think.
It's the gari I'm thinking about.
What are groundnut?
Because gari has more nutrients than groundnut.
Why do fancies call it grenade?
Grenates. No, that's Cape Coasters. No, not fancies. We will know the inside.
I'm grenade kakra. What? Grenade? What is that?
That one, I take my side out. I leave it for Cape Coasters. Grenates, kakra, grenates.
Charlie. All right, we'll take a short break and be back. Stay tuned for more Greennet.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show. The City's
Lots of messages coming through SMS. I see a lot of people asking for directions to where you get your kinky from.
I'm telling you.
People
Ringway Estates.
Source that in.
Ringway Estates, where the Osu, there's a small cemetery be there.
Yeah.
When you are leading down to, is it Firefly? They call the place.
Yeah. Okay.
Down there.
Uh-huh.
You know the Salvation Army people have some
yes
office there.
Uh-huh.
They do granuts and katia, those things, whatever. They fry.
Yeah. Okay. That's what they fry with the sun. No?
Kinky woman in the corner.
Did the corner there?
Yeah. But unfortunately, they close at 10.
In the morning?
Yes.
Oh.
They start by 6:30. By 10 they are gone because the thing they finish quick.
So you are blowing their cover.
No, so me I do how they reach there early.
You form the queue quick.
Yeah, man.
So that you get your own fast.
So to make it easier.
Yes.
So if you are coming from GIJ, right?
Yes.
You drive down the road as though you are going towards the police headquarters.
Okay.
If you take a right turn, you are entering the Osu area.
Okay.
To a large extent. So if you go down, to your immediate left, you see some people selling batik tie and dye.
Yes.
Right. Just drive down. If you go down, you turn left. If you go left, drive for about 400 meters.
Will I meet a charcoal seller somewhere?
No. Then, so you see to your right, you see that there are people weaving cane, chairs, and all kinds of things. When you take that right, it takes you bypassing a small royal cemetery, and then you see the people who are selling the peanuts.
This one digital address would have helped me simple. You see why we need a digital address?
So that is the base Ahmed is talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's how small is there?
Yeah, that's why it's there. It's on just off the page.
And then it works.
Oh yeah. I mean, I buy peanuts from there every now and then.
The way we give directions though, it has not changed.
Well, because
have you noticed?
It's part of our
culture. It's never really changed. A lot of people don't even know the street names to their houses and all. We just don't do that.
There's a hospital there, new something clinic.
Okay.
New, I've forgotten. But you find a number of hostels and these things in that area.
Okay, so a lot of messages are coming through. We'll read them. We'll share them with you. Okay, I'm learning. A lot of people are saying that their kinky is still averaging between 3 cedis. Someone even sent a message to say in Teshi she gets one for 2 and 3 cedis, which is quite interesting. 2 cedi kinky. That's it. What's the size?
The home of the place. Actually.
Yeah, so it's reasonable, right? Okay, but there's a woman who sells kinky for 3 cedis in my area.
Where's the
the fist of a day-old baby is bigger. Oh, okay. That's 3
but where is the area?
He didn't mention. Eugene didn't let us know. I think he's complaining about the size. Now, granite is not fried with sand, but rather gari. Wow.
What are you talking about?
Gary pa. Wow.
Say you can also do it with gari, but don't say it's not fried with sand.
Done
you know the things we've eaten.
There's a kinky
white sand.
Yeah.
All the white sand, you don't see.
No, we use the beach one.
Yeah, that's the white sand. Yeah.
So you use that for this. You say?
The way they do it, if you don't take time, you eat the sand because the scent, the aroma.
Okay, so there is a kinky joint in Dodowa. It's called Ahwanye Kinky. The only kinky house in Dodowa, very big and on point all day. Wow. It goes for 3 cedis and 4 cedis. It's very big too. Okay. And he's inviting me to come and do a documentary on the kinky.
The kinky factory.
I hear you. Thank you. There are many places where kinky goes for 4 and 5 cedis, especially within Nima, Mamobi, Newtown, and parts of Kotobabi. I don't know of anywhere within these areas where kinky is sold at 6 cedis. Some few places within these areas still sell it at 3 cedis. This is Batama from Accra. Bernard, come to Jowulu Special School Kinky. 7 cedis, yes. So I'm not surprised.
That's a posh area.
I'm not surprised because the last time we did a kinky index, the researcher did mention that from Achimota, those areas, East Legon, the price of kinky is often higher and the size is smaller compared to the coast where the indigenous exactly
income levels also affect,
and then it also originates from the place typically, so it gets cheaper there. So Joe, 7 cedis makes sense. But if I feed a family of 4 with kinky and fish, it costs almost 100 cedis. That's a family of 4. Okay,
so people eat kinky and fish like that.
They don't enjoy.
I can understand if you buy kinky and it's even 10 cedis, depending on where you are buying from. But generally speaking, people sell kinky on a table by the roadside. Once it gets into a restaurant,
there's an AC somewhere.
That's not the one we are talking about. Or that's not the one we are talking about. Once it enters a restaurant, electricity, all those things, but we're just
put the kinky on the plane.
When the waiter brings the kinky to you, it comes with a different price.
When we went to London,
the
kinky was £2.50? £2.50.
That's right.
£2.50. Yes. For one.
This is what they will vacuum cook and then you buy and go cook later and all that.
No, I'm really talking about the already.
Yes,
it's £2.50.
Even the food was £30.
Almost 50 cedis, if not more.
But of course, same way if you are buying the white man's food in Ghana, it will cost.
Some plate, you know,
plate.
They make it there.
They make it there. They actually make. That woman told you. You know, the woman was supposed to go and film. That she said that she does a kinky somewhere that we should come and done.
That's also
you know.
They do. So they ferment the.
They do
everything for them. Then they go and do the
going against the FDA.
Oh God, bro! I'm on the finance with Susukasa. Oh yes, Sama. Okay, so another message.
Where did he get the FDA?
Yeah, because Charlie, the thing for ferment. Where Charlie in that country, while the thing ferments, Charlie.
It's ice. My goodness. So I roast my granules with Gary. The Gary is far more hygienic than using sand with all sorts of contaminations. The Gary also releases a certain nice taste to the nuts, especially if the Gary itself tastes good. As someone who is into this business, I can tell you that the Ghanaian groundnut buyer is tilting more towards this.
Oh, that's good. But tell me, what happens to the Gary after that?
That's a question.
Does it bend?
Well, he should tell us because he's in the business, so he should tell us.
If over time it should change color, it should be. It's no. That's
and do they change it frequently after every fry?
Hopefully.
Or they use it to finish everything?
Hopefully. Otherwise, maybe you become feed for animals or something.
I think they should bring samples to this as Ghana exhibition. It will be good to taste. It will be good to see. Good morning. Please check out Anti-CC Kenke at Kwabinya in the KNUST IDL Campus Road, opposite former test bit. It's 5 CDs.
5 Ghana.
Okay. I mean, if you have a lot of students around, it means more markets. So 5 CD, you know. I mean, I'm saying Quebec from Kaka anyway. So the Kenke, the price of Kenke, this message. Let's get that through and read with you. Sky, can you get that better?
So it says the price of Kenke is not the problem, it's the fish. So in other words, the price of fish. Some can't even buy fish anymore. Hey, it's coming in from Esnam, who is listening to us in Adentan. And this one says that most of them use sand to roast or fry the gari. No, you can't use sand to fry gari.
Oh.
Or
I think.
No, fry with Gary. I think what he's saying, or fry with Gary.
Because if you put sand, that's why they say you put some sand for my Gary inside. The moment sand goes into Gary, it's spoiled it. You don't go fish up again. There's one coming in says that opposite the VRA hospital, Kenke is 4 Ghana cedis, and the size is huge, big.
There are more messages if you go online, so you can check them out as well. Okay, some people are still on the Napo speech, and some people think it's the Nkrumah part that is not working for a lot of people.
Well, I think again
problems.
We need to get politicians to understand something that even the major ideological political blocks have simmered down in hammering their differences. What we used to have with the USSR and
capitalism versus socialism.
They have. And it's also important that we wake up to the realities of today, that it's more inclusiveness, bringing people on board, rather than entrenching the elements of device or division. A friend was bringing my attention to this, like, look, the youth in South Africa, they never lived in the apartheid era. So apartheid is like a movie to them. So your continuous reference to apartheid
doesn't work with the youth.
That's why today the ANC is in trouble. So at times we need to live with the reality of the day. And Nkrumah has done his bit and gone. Dankwa has done his bit and gone. Today we are faced with a new world order. Globalization is eating us up. Our resources have become insufficient and almost useless. We are not competitive enough. We want to hear encouraging words of how we can be competitive as a country, how we can create more jobs for people, how we can bring good health, how we can increase the fortunes of our agriculture. I think this is how we want to test politicians, because these are the things that can move us from our state to a better state. So you're continuing, today this person is making reference to some old politician that even the average 30-year-old person cannot relate, So let's look at a better conversation for this country,
and also how to go about it also, because even the same point about difference and all of that in terms of who has done much better than the others, you would always hear the vice president, for example, say that they've achieved this and it is unprecedented. And if he says that it's unprecedented, it obviously means that since our independence, no one has done something like that. But nobody takes that on to say, okay, I mean, it doesn't rub people off the way the even more Kwame Nkrumah came across. So I think that the how people go about it also matters. So we all should be guided.
That's why a policy discourse, like I was saying, would have provided the opportunity to say all of those things in a truly... in a fashion that people would take in. And even if they disagree, they will say that, oh, this is how you said, and you said it with this in mind. Then we can now interrogate, okay, what record did you leave at the Ministry of Education? The debate around whether or not free SHS is sustainable, of course you would have defended it, or you would have told us that, oh, there are challenges. We realize that, yes, we brought it on board. We have sent so many people to school. We do know that there are parents who are still paying out of pocket to ensure that their kids are educated. But the bigger, if you net it, the advantage for the country is huge this way. Going forward, with me now as vice president, previously I was minister, I am going to perhaps shepherd the process and ensure that we fine-tune it in a way as to ensure that it responds to the realities of today.
I'm sure these are things that will come going forward. But yesterday was a typical fun fair. I think that's the point I'm going to make. I mean, you could see Charlie is like, at some point he check himself some way. Like, Blowman. The way in the movie, they say, like, Charlie, you hold the mic with checks away. I say, Charlie, make it come out your stuff. But you see, the thing is that now, the way people will put every utterance to scrutiny, you need to be more, if you like, sensitive in seeing that you need every vote. Every vote, not just MPP votes. You need every vote, and so he can do himself a favor by listening to all these criticisms, if you like, feedback criticisms,
and then work on them.
Show people that I can do it better.
Yeah.
I think for me
that's an interesting one. The good thing also is that this weekend we'll be swimming. We're going to be swimming. We're going to be swimming. We're going to be swimming, you know. Professor, last time I saw you swim, you know.
I do that.
There was a video of you swimming.
I still have the video.
We went to the Abokobi Hotel, no?
No,
what's the name of the hotel? Platinum Bay. Hey, shout out some nice in that
Nana and so on.
What's not me bomb payama?
Bomb payama. Bomb payama.
Hey, sometimes that's swimming.
There, on your beko.
Bomb payama.
The truth is, me, I don't know how to swim. So
Sky be my friend. Sky be my friend. Yeah, I don't learn how to swim. I swim.
Wow.
Yes. I mean, passable.
For how long?
How long?
Since when? I mean,
learned the thing. Sure.
Oh, a year ago. Just a year ago.
And then that's your Musa. Flashing what?
It's an important skill.
Yeah.
To learn how to swim.
Oh, Charlie. So we'll be swimming come Saturday. It's the National Swimming Championship.
Yep.
And this is happening from the 13th to the 14th. We're going to put the Boteman Stadium to good use.
We are testing it properly. Yeah. You know, they do the opening ceremony. We are now going Yekobiano properly. With all the drama.
So you give speech.
I'll join you. And the swimming mates, you know what I mean? Is that your base?
No, you go see the people like that.
Yeah. Because they do demonstration swimming before the team will start.
Oh, for real?
Oh, yeah.
You are cutting the sword.
And they cut the sword
in
by
the swimming pool.
Yeah, man.
I want for fire service name ambulance in
Sometimes we'll be doing the curtain raiser. You know, before they play Ghana Premier League games. They'll do curtain raiser, house babies and kotoko babies.
No, but entry is free also.
It's free, yes.
Yes. So we are encouraging people to bring their families. Okay. Just come and sit and watch. If you are a parent and your child is swimming, please come. Come and encourage them. I think that
the pool, like, does it have a place for spectators to sit?
Yes. There's a pool and there's nice sitting area. Very nice.
Area.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice sitting area.
No, this weekend we are coming to the whole family.
9 a.m.
We start.
Okay. Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday.
There'll be food vendors there, drinks, you know. And you haven't tasted Piva soft drinks. Piva soft drinks. Charlie Jai.
Piva soft drink.
Piva soft drinks.
Come and
enjoy
enjoy
Piva.
Piva.
Produced in Ghana by Ghanaians.
Wow. Piva
and Ghanaians must consume it.
And as for Piva soft drinks, me, I have worked with soft drink companies. And I'm talking about proper. I can safely announce that every company in the soft drink business should watch this space with Piva.
But what kind of soft drinks are they?
Carbonated soft drinks, yes. Wow. So they have the orange, they have the cola, they have the energy drink, they have the lemon, they have Charlie Jai.
Piva soft drink.
Charlie, anytime I drink Piva, it reminds me of. No, I was going to say, do you remember? Then I remember that you now on camera. Listen, remember when we used to pack the Coca-Cola? No, even Sky, no. When we used to pack the Coca-Cola bottle, it's on wooden crates.
I remember.
I remember. The wooden crates.
Yeah.
The Coca-Cola looked black. The way the thing tasted.
Yeah.
Charlie.
That one, no, they give you one for the whole family. So you drink small.
Take it and finish that thing. Oh my God. Piva. So Piva will be there.
Piva will be there. Charlie. Boss
where do you find them? They are
Piva, they are in the shops all over.
Beautiful.
Wow. Yeah. But they are those wholesale people. They are Medina, Race Junction. Yeah. Less farm. If you go to Less Farm. Yeah. Wow. Charlie. The Piva they be. So they'll be there Saturday, they'll be there Sunday. Yeah.
For the 2 days. So we have to find them.
Yes.
And it's starting at 9
a.m. We are starting very early. You know, these events, they take a while because there are lots of swimmers, lots of clubs. We have several events across several age categories. So it's important that we start very early, 9.
Yesterday when I checked, over 200 swimmers.
Wow, 200.
Yes,
all of them are competing.
Yeah,
and they are in different clubs.
Yeah, they are in clubs. Yes.
Wow. How many contestants can a pool take at a time? About 7 or
8 typically. 8. So your standard pool has 8 lanes, and then you swim. So one lap is 50 meters. If you do back and forth, that's 100 and all. So across several age categories, we'll be doing 50, 100, 150, 200, those kinds.
And they'll do different styles.
Different.
The butterfly one,
butterfly, freestyle, and all.
But they don't do the acrobatics thing, the summer.
No, we beg.
But the one that they'll be going like Gogomino, that one is.
Yeah, that one today is.
That one is going backstroke.
No, backstroke is not.
People are going like this.
People are swimming. You know. Look, we don't. It's now that we are. And thanks to the Ghana Swimming Association, we've partnered. Last year we did, this year we are doing, and it's important. We need to get more people to swim, and it's important that they start early. Now, in other countries, and I remember Godfred made this point. In other countries, the trick to sometimes success in sports is physiological. So if you look at Michael Phelps, you can tell that naturally he's slim, slender, and then they added this technique. He was gifted physically, long arms, long legs, and then you add the technique and it works. It's important we do some of these things to discover the hidden talents in Ghana. There are people who physiologically may have a swimmer's body, they don't even know. And then you put them into the pool, you train them. They could play
basketball. It's a good opportunity for parents who want their children to learn swimming. At least you initiate them by getting them, to and let me quickly go through some of the swim teams. So we have GH Dolphins. GH Dolphins, they are from Accra. We have Marlins Swimming Club, Accra. We have Legon Sharks Swimming Club, Accra. GH Aquatic Masters, Accra. We also have Torpedo Swimming Club.
Torpedo following you. Water.
We have Monarch Swimming Club. We have Turtle Swimming Club. Turtle Swimming Club, they are coming from the central region, Kaswa area.
Wow.
Turtle. We have African Sharks. They are coming from Ashanti region, Kumasi. We have
Ashanti region.
Kumasi, yes.
Have they dread the sea there?
No, they are.
I am sorry.
So African Sharks, and then we have Dolphins. Dolphins also in Kumasi. And then we have Dolphins in Takrady. They are also coming. Then we have Bluefins Swimming Club in Tema. Then we have Tema Seals also in Tema.
Where are the mermaids? I'm not hearing mermaids.
Maybe they haven't registered yet. Yeah. So all these clubs and more are coming, and we'll also be showing the whole thing live on on Channel 1 TV.
Wow, it will be live on TV.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's exciting. That's exciting.
Look, last year we did it at the Bema camp.
Yes,
sports arena. I think
I'm excited about this.
This year we are going to Baltimore.
The infrastructure at Baltimore is also very, very nice. It's new, so we are all going to enjoy the thing some. So everyone is invited. It's 9. We'll take a quick break when we are back, and then we'll put it all together. Stay with us.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
It's no time. Calm down. We have 4 minutes to go. Now picture this, my friend. You're lying in bed after a long day seeking comfort and relaxation, but instead you're met with a mattress that sags beneath you, a reminder of shortcuts and compromises. Your comfort and well-being should have never been compromised in the first place. That's why we at Latest Foam prioritize quality above all else. So step into our showrooms and experience a difference for yourself. Our high quality mattresses and furniture are crafted with your ultimate relaxation in mind. Picture waking up refreshed, rejuvenated, and ready to take on the world. That's the Latest Foam promise. Invest in your well-being. Choose Latest Foam. Otherwise, you do yourself. Latest Foam, your partner for life. Visit us today and sleep better tonight. Call us on 0302 231 155 or 0302 200-8499 or visit us online www.latestfoam.ghana.com. Now here's a big announcement from Breeze Ride app. You know the app already. We have the most affordable rides in Accra now, and we offer cheap delivery services as low as 15 Ghana cedis. It's the same app people now use to refill their gas cylinder for cooking without stepping out of the house. But now Breeze is taking things to another level. Breeze has a personal shopper in the app, and I told you that's what Hajia does. She goes to the Breeze app, she downloads it, opens the app, she just presses personal shopper, and then she writes the list of items she needs. Maybe her Myra, what's that? Your Myra fee, you want to change, you want a new one, she does that. She got her phone from the Breeze app and all of that. I'm sure she ordered her ticket to Mecca on the Breeze app. No, you can do the personal shopping on the Breeze app. All of that happens there. We'll send you live pictures of each item you select at the market or shop. Once you agree with the pictures and prices, the personal shopper will pay at the shop and bring the items to you while you relax at home. Crash. Avoid the stress and traffic and let the personal shopper do everything for you on the Breeze app. Breeze app is on the Google Play Store and App Store, so download the app and try it now. Of there, but Nathan is asking Hajia a very important question, which I think we can share with you. So you're Hajia now, right?
Yes.
How are Idris? So Hajia, how are Idris?
How are Idris Mustafa?
Hajia, there's someone to watch us. Office.
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
You know. So how? Okay. So they say when you go, you get the title. How does it work?
So it's basically a ritual that is done once a year. That is the Hajj pilgrimage. So it entails a lot of activities during that period. So the entire process is like 3-4 days.
Okay.
Yes. So when you go through all of that, then officially you are done with your Hajj.
Okay.
So are you giving a certificate
to
confirm that you are
nothing.
Hajj?
So once you go and come back,
yes,
then you get the title.
It's not necessary. If you like, want to be called, yes. But once you are done with Hajj, everyone would want to call you Al-Haji or Hajia.
I see.
Yeah.
It's a key part of the religion, so
yes.
It's very important.
So it's one of the pillars of Islam, and every Muslim is, if you are financially and physically.
You will tell us more about that later, right? But tell us what's in the news at 10, Hawa.
In the news, NPP running mate calls for unity among party members.